Why is my whole room a different color now? What the hell? But we're back! And this should work now. I'm so sorry about that. I'm just stupid. Will it work now?
Hello,
okay.
LGBT.
I am so sorry, everybody. I'm just dumb. Also, why is my room, like, more purplish now after doing that? That's weird. Well, anyways, yeah, we're about to go into the final case. Well, not like the final case, because it's still the same case as before. And, yeah, I'm scared. I'm also very excited. Yeah, sorry again, I'm very dumb and forgot to log in to mix it up for the audio alerts. I am very stupid. Anyways. Yeah, I fixed it though. We're fine. Hello, Jess. It's time. Yeah. We're doing it. I'm excited and nervous after everything we learned. I gotta restart this absolute banger. If Spotify Wrapped was still tracking, this would be on my final thing, because Girls and Partners, the game is afoot. So true. Ugh, God. Okay, now my room looks less pink. That's good. I don't know why the color was weird there for a second, but yeah. I don't know what to expect. This is my #1 song last year. That's so real of you. I respect that. I respect that. Mine is probably gonna be full of Persona 5 music. Yeah, because I play this, like, I play video game music at the beginning of streams and everything, so yeah. Can we take and show you the arrangement? We must wait a bit. Okay. Anyways. Let's hop on in, because we got a lot to do and I am scared. Well, I guess excited is actually a better word. Which is the finale. And, the arrangement will blow your mind more. I'm excited. The full song non-looping. Oh my god, I cannot wait. Now, anyways, I don't know what else to think. The 4 people on the disc somehow being connected to the Reaper, I guess. But that would mean Kazuma and John Wilson were somehow involved with the Reaper, or like connected to the Reaper. I don't know. Is that like a hit list of sorts? And then everybody on that list did die at some point. Although Asa Shin killed John Wilson. But I don't know. I don't know, and I feel like Strongheart has definitely tried to cover something up. You know, he wants to further his agenda, wants to be the Attorney General, wrap things up as quickly as possible, and possibly get rid of any thorns in his side, like the Reaper of the Bailey, mayhaps. So I feel like he's hiding something. A power blue. No! Oh no! I'm so sorry, Kim. I hope you're safe. Stay safe. So suddenly cry on walks in the park because I get so emotional about old men yaoi. That's so real of you. But yeah. I feel like male Strongheart is going to be a villain in some capacity. I don't trust him at all. But I don't know who actually could have done the actual moitering of Gregson. Unless... I'm hoping he faked his death, but no, they did an autopsy, so... Anyway. Let's get into some old man yaoi. Let's do this. The resolve of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Should we have 2 counters going to, one for 10 years ago and one for every time they say the word resolve? And we're going right to court. Final chapter? Oh, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I am not ready. I'm gonna be sad when this is over. Please resolve counter. Should I add that? Do you think I should? They said it once already. Yeah, he said it at the end of the last stream. Are we starting the 10 years ago counter? We can. I should add that. Hold on. I can add that. We can keep track of it on stream even. Alright. Alright, we got that counter. And I can update it whenever we need to. And then we'll add another one. Alright. Then we got resolve as well. Oops. Is it only 10 years ago or 6? Ooh, are they gonna say 16 years ago a lot? Oh, do we need to count that too? Anyways. So, the time's finally come. Although, if this is a full episode, I'm guessing this isn't gonna be the last day of court. I'm guessing, like, there's gotta be a dance of deductions in the finale. Like, the final episode can't be shorter in just a courtroom, unless it's just one long courtroom session, but I feel like there's gotta be a dance of deductions. Like 10 years ago is funny. Just 10 years ago. Yeah, I think 10 years ago should be the way to go. Also, I got new Stim toys, so if you see me squishing them when I'm stressed, yeah. Today, we unravel everything! Oh, is that a new face? I'll be counting on your support more than ever today, Miss Susato. New theme? Yo, yeah, this is a new theme too, isn't it? Is this a new theme? It sounds like a little bit different. Am I making that up? Miss Susato? Did Dad not come home last night? Whoa! Good morning to you too, Miss Susato. It is new. Yeah, some of it feels like there's more strings to it. And like there's more weight to it. Oh no, what's the matter, Mr. Naruhodo? Nothing. I was just saying that I'll be relying on your support today, but... I'm so sorry, of course. I know that I can be rather incompetent at times, but... I shan't let you down. They had dinner reservations and a hotel room? Yeah! Mm-hmm. Would you mind helping me to my feet then? Oh dear, I'm really very sorry. Oh, should I put them in their normal outfits for the finale, do you think? Should I put them in the non-DLC outfits, now that I'm thinking about it? Would it be better to maybe put them in their normal outfits for the finale? I think so. I'm thinking, yeah. I'll go back out to the main menu real super quick. I have to go all the way back out, yeah. I'll be super quick, I'm sorry. Just for the finale. Because I'm a ding-dong. There we go. Where's the boo? Alright, let's put everybody in there. Iris's homemade outfits, aww. Alright, oops, there we go. Alright. Now let's continue for real! That's the power of a quick change. We're all theater kids. Next time, nice try. God, oh my god, you're back. Welcome back, Kim. How are you? But that's hardly surprising, I suppose. She just found out that her father is the partner of a world-famous detective. Not to mention, 3 continents Mikotoba. Good morning, sir. Hey. Yes, we're not on fire. That's good. It's fine. Honestly, kind of funny. Well, I'm glad that you're safe. Lord Van Zeeks. Thank you for all your efforts yesterday. Did I hear that correctly? He's thanking me? What? Oh, nothing. Just, I hope we can clear things up today. I really can't make this man out. What, you want to make out with him? Is that what I'm hearing? His face says I hate you, but his words are almost jovial today. Sorry, Japanese Jumble DLC gift makes me crazy because what do you mean he made that? He was sent, wait, huh? The sex man returns! Least clear-coded lines. Hi, Katria, how are you? So, wait, what is the Japanese Jumble DLC? Oh, is that his outfit? Oh, that's the name of his outfit, right? He might have said, Eugene Pix. That is the name of it. Mayhaps he did. In fact, he hasn't been very Reaper-like at all since this all began yesterday.
Lord Van Zeeks isn't the Reaper, Mr. Naruhodo.
Good point. It's almost like Van Zeeks has practiced masking for eons and is forcing himself to put on a stoic demeanor, and yeah. Girls when a character has to pretend to be something they're not. Decent enough in catching up with coursework, Arkham Quest, still not doing that. That's great, glad to hear that. The Reaper? I suppose in hindsight, I shouldn't have allowed that misconception to go unchallenged. Huh? It was my tacit acceptance of that pseudonym. My failure to stop the Reaper becoming something more than a mere legend that led to all this. That has to be Clint's badge.
But you're not to blame for that, Lord Van Zeeks.
It's only because serious crime in the capital dropped off so sharply when the public started calling you that. That's why you didn't say anything, is it? Or? To be frank, I'm not sure that was the sole reason. Did you like the feeling of, did you like being feared, is that it? But it was lonely at the top alone. So used to masking, he even made his apprentice do it. Stop. On Thursday when I had 2 tests in a day. Oh no,
well, I hope you can get some rest, prep well for those tests, and relax once they're done.
There was a rumor at the time that the Reaper was really the ghost of my late brother. And that rumor made him feel like he was still with you. That having been slain by that evil killer, Clint's restless spirit returned as some sort of demigod, to wield a deadly blade of justice where I, by dint of the law, could not. So he's like the little avenging angel on your shoulder. Aww. A terrible gambler. Thanksgiving break. Oh no. Well, yeah, we're almost at Thanksgiving break, so yeah. Yes, we've heard that story too. When I lost him. I felt as though I'd lost my guiding light. I didn't know where to go or what to do. And so, in some small way, I wonder if perhaps those rumors made me feel his absence a little less keenly. Aww. Damn. Even if I knew it was just an illusion, just some nonsense conjured up by an over-imaginative public.
He was obviously extremely important to you. Lord Clint Van Zeeks.
Man. Clint. The one good thing Columbus did, gave modern people to school. Yeah. Well, what's important now is uncovering the truth. That's all that matters. I know that you didn't take anyone's life. Clint Lockwood? Who's that from? Who's that? And I intend to prove that beyond a shadow of a doubt in court today. I never thought I'd say this, but I can see it in your eyes. That burning desire to cut through all the lies and deception. I can't deny it any longer. You are a lawyer of absolute integrity. Stop, I feel all— this is making me feel all warm and fuzzy, actually. He's really come to respect Rinosuke and just— oh. Oh, Flint Lockwood from Cloudy with the that's his name? I don't think I ever recognized that guy as having a name. I'll cut through your words! Now tell me, why do I detect the scent of expensive tea leaves in the air? Hi. Oh, Iris. When did you get here?
Oh. I brought you one of my special blends. Harley loves it. He says it helps him to clear his head.
Aw, that's so sweet of her. I thank you. Aw, that's so sweet. Cloud Meatball Sun is his name, yeah. Actually, the first and last time I'll ever see a sight like this. Aww. You seem different today, Iris.
Oh?
Sort of subdued, I suppose. I mean, she just learned that the man she thought her dad was really isn't who he was.
I am not!
What happened yesterday is obviously still playing on her mind a lot. She's clearly very troubled about having stolen that autopsy report from Dr. Scythe's laboratory.
All right then. Good luck to you both. I have to make a move now.
Oh,
You're not staying?
I thought you want to watch today's proceedings.
Well, I'd like to cheer you on, obviously. But I've got lots to get ready.
Uh-oh. What are you gonna do, ma'am?
Oh, yes. Would you take the Hurley Bunny? Aww.
The tea was laced with raw liquid dopamine. It will overload his system and he will explode on the spot. Yes, it's liquid sunshine, which a vampire like him cannot stomach. Isn't that one of the little felt dolls that's usually dangling from your knapsack?
Yes, it's a lucky charm. A little Hurley that I made once.
Hurley? Looks more like a Hairley to me.
If, for some reason, you completely run out of options in the trial today, then just pull this little Hurley's ears as hard as you possibly can.
What? Pull his ears?
That's right. It's his way to bring good luck. I think you might need it.
Aww. Watch it actually be like some sort of like Shom's summoning device. It's like the conch shell that summons Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy.
You think what we'll need is luck? I just sneaked a peek inside the courtroom, and it seemed very different to normal.
Something rabbit's paw! It's a teddy bear. Always accept toy rabbit. Yes, it may save at any time. I must look at toy rabbit. Aww, it's so cute! What if I pull on its ears too early, though? Is the head gonna come off?
What a charming little rabbity version of Mr. Shones. Do you suppose this is how Iris sees him?
It totally won't blow up the courtroom. Oh yeah, because we showed her the fireworks that kids like to use to blow up the courtroom in schools yesterday. She's not forgiven me for showing her a picture of dead Gregson.
Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? Your eyes are veritably pouring into that poor doll's ears.
Oh, sorry. I was just wondering, what do you suppose would happen if I were to tug its ears with all my might right now?
I'm sure that we'll find out when the time is right.
It'll go boom, boom, yeah!
To become a proper gentleman, you must really learn stoic patience.
The bunny is a Molotov cocktail! I wanna know, me too. But at least it's not a cat, so your curiosity won't kill it. Anyways, yes, it would seem that a certain someone has decided to pull out all the stops. What does that mean?
What about Mr. Shones, Iris?
I need one of these. I need the little bunny mascots. Cheese! Yes. I'm obligated to make bad puns. Your Honor, consider Benui.
I don't know. He was out all night.
Say Gex! Man, I love when the old man Yowie is his reason for not coming to the court. Man, normally he's sleeping in, and that's why he's not here, but he was out all night with his partner. Alrighty.
He was out all night and hadn't come home by the time I left this morning.
Sorry, I had other obligations.
Oh, I see.
Your Honor, my client swears on the Monopoly instruction manual that he did not kill that man. For sure was not sleeping. They got 10 years to make up for. Sleep hog. Was Professor Mikatova out all night too? They know, Ryunosuke knows. They were out all night together. Uh-oh, typo with the Twitch chat. Now you fucked up.
Yes, it would seem so. I telegrammed the hotel this morning. And apparently they didn't come back to their rooms last night at all.
They? Oh! Oh!
Father and Judge Shikoku, I mean.
Oh my god, was Jigoku third-wheeling them all night? There's a TV trope bunny ears lawyer for a character who's wacky and odd, but good at what they do. Mm-hmm. That's I feel like that kind of sums up all the attorneys in this game, and pretty much every character, actually. You made a slight spelling error. Uh-oh, minor spelling mistake. That meme is so much funnier to me now that I've played a bit of Final Fantasy XIV and I know the context of that gif. Man. I hope they're paying Jigoku handsomely for this, for putting up with them. Do you think they would be like the inside? They're kind of like, I'm thinking of the Royal Trio since Tactica comes out this Friday. I also updated the schedule. I thought Tactica came out on Thursday. I was wrong and it comes out on Friday. So we should most definitely be finished by this game by then. If we're not done with this game by Thursday, we'll stream Thursday. If not, we'll just take Thursday off and stream Friday instead. But he's like Kasumi. Jikoku is like the Kasumi third-wheeling, the insufferable partners, the insufferable investigative partners. Not assuming polyamory, you know what? That's fair, that's fair. Man, another one for Sholmes. Another notch in Sholmes' bedpost, I suppose. Anyways, I'm excited for Tactica. Anyways. Man, but I do feel bad for Kasumi because she is going to be third-wheeling so much. They all do have two hands, true. They do. Mm-hmm.
That's right. Nobody appears to have seen either of them since yesterday.
Uh-oh. Counsel for the defense and the defendant! They're probably all just like hung over and like conked out, listening to German music in their sleep again.
Good luck then, Bruno. Good luck, Susie.
Yes, thanks, Cyrus.
And you, Mr. Reaper. I hope it goes well.
Once again, I thank you for the delicious tea. It was very soothing. Oh, this is like making my heart warm right now. Like, this is really sweet. Look at him being nice to a kid.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Aw. I know you're enjoying Yaoi, but you are on trial today. Yeah, unfortunately we have something else to do.
You must go inside now, Lord Van Zeeks.
Lord Van Zeeks has always been the formidable prosecutor I've had to lock horns with in court. But not today. Today, I battle with another in pursuit of the truth. My best friend, Kazuma Asogi, who I trust more than anyone else in the world. Now I understand what it was that drew me here to Britain all those months ago. Now I know exactly what destiny had in store for me. It's all been leading up to this one day, to this one trial, to this one final reckoning. No resolve, huh? Soulless edgelord finds little emotional support, Scrimbo. Yes. Fellow soulless edgelord. Alright, are we ready? Look at that stance. I love his stance. It feels even more oppressive here than it did yesterday. There are cold stares piercing me like knives from all sides today.
Ah! Mr. Naruhodo, look!
Oh, Jesus Christ. Surely this trial is not going to be rigged in any way. Surely not. You wanted the trial resolved yesterday, and you're like,
it will be done today.
Did you murk Santa? Are you gonna be on the permanent naughty list for this? That a new position. Whoa! Goofy style, stop! Just whack it! Yeah, that's what he's too busy doing, yeah. Yes, a rigged Ace Attorney trial? Never. Man, I don't know if I can keep up the goofy voice. No, I can do it. It's fine. It's fine. Kazuma must have known beforehand. He's even doing the Van Zeek's like arms crossed thing. I've also noticed Van Zeek's has always been like starting in the courtroom with his cape off. Yeah. Van Zeek stance indicates he's completely unguarded, his hands at his sides. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, Kazuma looking girlfriend as always.
The ramifications of this trial now extend far beyond the murder of one Scotland Yard inspector. In fact, events have come to light that threaten to rock the very foundations of our country's legal system.
The escape of a condemned criminal on the night of his execution, the subsequent unlawful shooting of the man, and the revelation that prison staff must have been complicit in the jailbreak.
Britain is currently hosting influential members of the judiciary from
Hiccup.
countries all over the world.
Wake up, babe, we're demolishing. Yes! Didn't he say, like, I always imagine you and I could shake out the British legal system together, and that's what we're gonna do. Pre-peeled Barrock!
It is imperative that we uncover the truth in these proceedings to avoid international embarrassment. By royal decree, this will continue to be a closed trial.
Oh my god, he's tall. Rawr. Hello, how are you, Reaper? Oh my god, I just noticed has he always had this unicorn? I mean, yeah, he has always had that. I'm just now noticing it's a unicorn. Wow. Tear up Her Majesty's streets! They were supposed to tear up Her Majesty's streets together! When I'm done with this game, I need a fix-it fic so badly, where everything goes right. Kazuma comes to London at the same time as Ryu and Susato, and they all live at 221B together, and everything is fine, and nothing goes wrong, and they have happy fun times. You're fighting Cazador! Good luck, good luck. Best of luck to you in that. Unmovable data, cause oh no! Man, lots of connection issues today. I'm so sorry about that, but I hope it's okay. He has an attachment to unicorns. His whole design was modeled after a unicorn? Interesting. That's the big boy law courtroom cane. Hello, Faye, welcome. How are you doing? They can live everyone whose purity and virtue are still intact. Interesting. I ride a unicorn in Final Fantasy XIV. That was the best part of leveling up Conjurer. And one over which I, male Strongheart, exercise total and unequivocal authority. Oh my god, invisible jury! Whoa! The 6 jurors he's gonna be like,
or immediately guilty. As what this is the case in yesterday's proceedings, those here present in the public gallery are distinguished members of our judiciary assembled to bear witness to a fair judicial process.
It's coming anyways. It's not like it's the 13th. At least it's not Friday. They intended to be ironic. We've just been with anyone? In other words, a collection of your acolytes, Lord Strongheart. Joke redacted for political content. Guilty! Guilty as fuck!
On a personal note, I find this most distressing, Lord Van Zeeks. You were a prosecutor of exceptional talent. Much like your brother Clint, in fact.
Don't you dare play the Clint card in his face. Don't do that to him. Alright, I feel like I can't do the uwu girl voice when he's supposed to be like serious and everything in court. I think I will retire that voice for just this trial. I think because I started giving Gant that voice because he was a silly guy. Yeah, this is my brother Clint. He really pulled the so Clint on him like this. Keep his name out of your mouth, Strongheart. I'm a coward. You know what? If you want me to, fine, I'll do it. Alright, we'll do it then. Oh, jeez.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session.
Dude, you don't need to keep standing. Judges aren't supposed to stand. Judges aren't supposed to grow legs until after the trial is over.
For the trial of Baruch Van Zeeks, who officially stands accused of murder.
Do we have a Clint Sigma? Sigma Climb. It was, his name.
I get sweaty.
Uh-oh, Van Zeeks is getting sweaty. Yeah, Sigma Climb, yeah. We'll have to see if we have time to slip in a zero-time dilemma before P3 reload. I don't know if we will, but we'll see. We'll see.
Counsels for the prosecution and defense. Are you in full readiness to proceed?
999 is so good. It's a lot of fun, and it's so wild that I can send you one of my favorite memes. I think I already said it in the Discord, but about the temporal ass pain meme. I love it. But yeah, it's good. Yes, 999. Yes, play. You want to play 999 so bad. I need a new computer. It's just thematically relevant. You're so right, Neria. Anyways, the defense is ready, my lord. As is the prosecution.
Yesterday's proceedings brought to light a shocking and disturbing fact. There was a side to the victim, Inspector Tobias Gregson, that was unknown to his superiors at Scotland Yard.
Yes, he was carrying out operations in secret, which Scotland Yard knew nothing about. So I guess we're going with the assumption that he really is the Reaper. Jesus Christ, or like part of the Reaper. God damn. I'll play it. I own AI The Somnium Files, so I will be definitely playing it at some point.
And in those clandestine operations, he had an accomplice.
Mr. Daily Vigil, who would be given the inspector's identification. Yes, in the morphogenetic field. And present himself around the capital in order to establish credible alibis for Gregson. Also, wait, when I was weird little fun thing. I was playing 999. I was in the middle of playing 999 when the Titanic submersible thing happened earlier this year, which kind of felt like a quite coincidental. And I was thinking, you know what? There's a certain character in that game who would most definitely believe that the submersible imploded because of some sort of Titanic curse to like get close to it, and then more ships try to get close to that Titanic, but they all implode when they get there, and it's some sort of curse. They made Zero Escape real. They did. Talk about the same for I'm guilty too. But yeah, you know who would most definitely think there was like some sort of like curse or conspiracy theory at play there. Anyways, present himself as credible allies. And that way Gregson appeared to be carrying out his regular Scotland Yard work, when in fact he wasn't.
At the end of yesterday's session, Mr. Vigil, who had been suffering from amnesia, regained his memory.
I know it was they made Snake gay because of a Twitter poll. Yes, they did! And I love that for him. It's very fitting for him. He reminded me of Edgeworth right away, just in terms of mannerisms and appearance. First Jojo, then Zero Escape becoming kid.
It would appear he buried his memories of the time, deep inside himself as a means of self-preservation. Because whilst he was engaged as a chief warder at Barclay Prison, he abetted the convict's escape.
My friend was patient Zero of the Baguette Toaster comments. Mr. Vigil is currently recuperating at St. Centers. He's recovered enough to give a signed statement about his movements on the day prior to the incident. He's formally admitted to posing as Gregson whilst investigating the Red-Headed League.
Which brings us to the crucial issue of the victim's time of death.
And you didn't want that on the autopsy report for some reason, which is kinda sus.
The defense yesterday proposed a suggestion that the victim may have been killed one day earlier. This was based largely on the discovery that the victim's pocket watch had not been wound.
The prosecution has something to report on that subject, my lord.
Really? Go ahead, Prosecutor Isogi.
Despite preservation, use your 300 selector. Nice, he got Japard. Let's go. I'm honestly so happy he was the 5-star that I got from the starter banner. He's so useful. He's why I haven't felt the need to build any abundance characters until, yeah, I've never really properly invested in any healers. I never properly invested in Natasha. Like, she's decent, she's workable, but she's not like fully built. And then I got Fu Xuan, so like Japard and Fu Xuan are my go-tos. Like, I'm a preservation girly all the way. Screw abundance. Isn't it to I use passive twice in the same oppression. Once a memory is passively quashed, the term becomes repression. Is it time of death? It is. Yes, it is.
But this fucker Strongheart, she was the
mortician, the coroner
was ordered not to include the time of death in the autopsy report by Strongheart.
I met once again with the coroner yesterday to discuss the issue. She confirmed that the defense's suggestion could not be ruled out. One thing I need is speed boots. Yeah, same. I have not gotten a good pair of... I don't think I've gotten any speed boots on the defense set for him, so he's at like 98 speed. It's awful. It's entirely possible, it's a Joe Rogan voice, it's entirely possible that Inspector Gregson was killed on 31st October, the day before his body was discovered. In German, Tod means death. Oh yeah, because isn't that the Kammswisser Tod? I know I totally mispronounced that. I totally butchered that pronunciation, but that's the, I know, I haven't let you down. That song, yeah. Mm-hmm. It was just Halloween. He may have died on Halloween. Ooh. I have here an updated autopsy report that includes the amended details.
But the official opinion of the investigation team was made clear yesterday.
I don't think I've seen him make any other facial expressions until just now. Like, he's always had kind of the same stoic face, but now his eyebrows are all furrowed and everything. He's quite angry.
The time of death was 5 p.m. on 1st November.
Imagine dying on Halloween could only be me. Stop! Don't speak that into existence. Take a look at this motherfucking updated autopsy report! I'm about to pull that up on YouTube. I shouldn't. Oh man, actually, objection.
Look at this photograph.
Actually, objection, dumbass! Haven't you heard? You absolute failure. Did Gumfuck not tell you?
Salary cutting noises.
Your garbage excuse of a hypothesis? I'll shove my entire cravat up your ass. Because it's fucking wrong. Why? Well, you little bitch, would you take a look at this motherfucking updated autopsy report?
There are indications of an attempt to disguise the real time of death, however. Looks like your honor's the dead body. Oh no, we're about to update the number of bodies on this autopsy report. It seems the natural decaying process of the victim's body may have been slowed by keeping it chilled. Yeah, did morgues... were morgues not really a thing at this time?
That's out of the question. There are no refrigeration devices in that part of London large enough to accommodate a human corpse.
Did not let the corpse cook. My lord, this is more than just conjecture. There's evidence to support the idea. We must investigate it thoroughly. I shall be off. No worries, go get that bread. Go get that bread. Have a good night.
The court will accept the new report as evidence. However, if this updated report is deemed to be accurate, it would give renewed significance to the movements of the victim on the day before the Fresno Street incident.
It would, yes, especially since on that day, they were not cremated. And even then, they would say, this might be kind of morbid, but it's kind of fascinating, like, they even said performing autopsies on, like, the nobility was, like, unspeakable. I guess because it was, like, desecration of a corpse or something, which is kind of morbid to think about, but, like, yeah, I don't know. It would, yes, especially on that day. Inspector Gregson was using Mr. Vigil to cover up his real movements. It's conceivable that he was killed in the course of his secret activities. I guess I'm also thinking in terms of, like, religion and Christianity, because I know this is mainly like like a Protestant kind of Christian area, right? In England, in Britain. I don't know what like Protestant burial conventions are like, but I know I was raised Catholic, and I know that apparently in Catholicism, like, you can be buried or you can be cremated, but the ashes all have to stay together and they have to be buried at some point. Like, you can't keep an urn of it, you can't scatter it, the ashes have to be buried. Which is kind of weird and kind of a moot point in that regard, I guess. But yeah, fun. I'm thinking about that meme that I saw recently. It's like, being an ex-Catholic is fun because, like, I don't, like, follow, like, Jesus anymore, but I can tell you all his lore. And then I saw a meme of that associated with Shadowheart, and yeah, she is so me. She's so me-coded. English Christianity is extremely complicated. I don't know the flavors of Christianity of prostitute areas, yeah. But yes, I am mostly... I had to study, like, the catechism in high school, which was a nightmare. I hated it so much. So I know all sorts of weird Christian, or not, weird Catholic doctrine, and yeah. Desecration of the body was a prominent belief at the time. That makes sense, yeah. The term coroner is derived from Latin for the crown, so it's the only one allowed to perform the autopsy on members of the upper class. Interesting. But yeah, fun Catholicism fact, although it's not really a fun fact. I guess. It's conceivable that he was killed in the course of his secret activities. Gotta be whole as you go into the grave, yeah. Because I guess there's some belief that, like, the soul has to be contained in one location for it to ascend or something like that. Something along those lines. Fun, yeah, fun. Most Catholic facts aren't fun, very true.
Do I sense that the prosecution has some information regarding those activities?
Is any fact about Catholicism a fun fact? Not really. Scotland Yard put an enormous effort into investigating that precise matter yesterday. We're gonna work together in this trial, I just know it. We both want to figure out the truth. I'm gonna prove that the Reaper really is innocent, though, or Van Zieks is not the Reaper. Even though Kazuma seems to think that, but I'm hiccuping a lot. I think we should begin by presenting the results of that investigation work. Also, the updated autopsy report, we got that, right? Oh, that hasn't been formally added in, oh, this is Clint's, never mind. Was there anything? Nothing. I think we should begin by presenting the results of that investigation. I read that line already. So, the prosecution calls its first witness now. God, he's so pretty.
Hi, Geners.
State your name and occupation for the court.
Inspector Gina Lestrade reporting. Representative of Scotland Yard.
A self-conferred rank, but never mind. Kazuma, don't be mean to her. Gina, again?
What's your problem, Edo?
Jesus, you gotta stop talking under your breath, everybody. Dude, like, everybody can hear you from, like, all the way in the middle of the courtroom.
What was that, Gina, again, Loki?
Stop speaking your thoughts, buddy.
The boss meant the world to me. You done more for me than anyone else ever did. Oh, Inspector Gregson, you mean? He got me out of the back slums of the East End and took me under his wing. Taught me that life can have a purpose. So that's why I'm the best person to be standing here speaking for him.
Aww.
Oh, Gina.
Stage whispering will be his downfall. Theater classes, yep. Maybe he's just naturally good at stage whispering, and that was what Phoenix did best when he was, in, theater school. Right. All out of the goodness of Gregson's heart. Not at all that he had his arm twisted by Mr. Sholmes, no. Come on, Ryunosuke, you know he got attached to her. You know Gregson came to be attached to her. What's relevant to these proceedings is the outcome of Scotland Yard's investigations yesterday has revealed that the victim was carrying out some assignment the police knew nothing about.
Very troubling.
That face. Lord Strongheart knew. I wonder if he's really responsible for this. So, Inspector Lestrade, let's hear exactly what it says in that report.
Coming right up, sir.
What light there yonder window breaks. Get Shamspeare back in here.
All yard detectives are supposed to follow orders and investigate what they're told. But a little search in the boss's office turned up a notebook that had a load of secret meetings in it. According to that, the boss was looking into some smuggled goods stealing that day. Looks like it was a big job and all, but the coppers weren't onto it yet. What matters most is, there's witnesses what saw the Reaper at the place too.
Smuggled goods? That's the first we've heard of that.
I don't know, do I? I'm just telling you what was written in the book.
Tobacco, tea, spices, medicines, goods of all sorts flow into London by illegal channels from across the globe. It's well known that they're disposed of at regular black markets that take place in the capital. But the police are rarely able to locate them in time. So Inspector Gregson was investigating one of those black markets?
It's been suggested that high-ranking government officials may be involved in black market activity. No doubt Gregson was trying to avoid details of his investigations being leaked to the involved parties. That would explain why he was operating on his own authority without the Yard's knowledge.
And do we know where the dealings were taking place this time? Oh. In the room of a certain exclusive London gentleman's club. And on the day in question, the accused is known to have been there. That's the conclusion of Scotland Yard's investigation into the matter. That can't be! We haven't heard anything about this! Members of the club have testified to it. There's no question. The accused, Baroque Van Zieks, was present.
That would be a very significant testimony then. Oh my, but... Lord Van Zieks had made no mention of this at all.
In short, Lord Van Zieks had ample opportunity to murder the victim. Damn, that's a forceful bang.
Very well then, counsel for the defense, begin your cross-examination.
Okay. God, I love that portrait. Alright. Okay, the notebook with secret meetings. So you went through Inspector Gregson's things?
Yep, as part of the independent Lestrade investigation.
I'm sure your superiors would be delighted that you're taking the initiative.
So I snuck into his office when no one else was about. Cause if anyone at the Yard had seen me going in there, they'd have turfed me straight out on the street.
This is sounding less and less like an investigation and more like something else. The prosecution understands that it was this very detective who discovered the notebook.
You got that right. Nothing gets past Inspector Lestrade and a trusty assistant Chief Inspector Toby.
Yes, Toby is the chief inspector, so true.
We found it in one of his desk drawers that had a false bottom.
That's impressive.
So then I went to hide myself when no one else could find me, so I could add the butchers at what was written in it. Cause if anyone at the Yard had found me out, they'd have turned me straight out on the street. I've given it in now, ain't I? And if it weren't for me, it wouldn't have never been found.
Had a prosthetic butt, oh my god. Some smuggled good dealings that day. Do you have any idea where those dealings were taking place?
Yup. It was all there in the book's notes. Let's see if I can remember.
As I already said, the illegal dealings were due to take... God! I'm yawning, I guess doing the voices and lifting my soft palate. At a gentleman's club. But I was hoping to find out the name of the club. That won't be necessary. What? It's conceivable that the club might be used again by the smugglers in the future. Therefore, the prosecution has been asked not to reveal the name in these proceedings.
I don't know what all the fuss is about. It's right here. All I've got to do is read it out. And I could too. I've got this reading game buttoned up now.
Yes, come on, Gina, show me how you can read. I know, I'm yawning.
Can I show you what I can do? Come on then, what's the
Come on, let her read something, Kazuma. Let her read. He hasn't signaled his objection? I could try to find out. Let's do it. I wanna see how good Gina is at reading now. She's learning! I love her, that's my daughter. This could be important. This is a closed court, the proceedings are confidential. There shouldn't be any possibility of the information being leaked.
As I explained, there is some possibility of politicians being involved in this affair. The prosecution is rightfully exercising caution, I imagine.
No, my lord. The prosecution has no objection. Was Kazuma just waiting to see if He's angry. He doesn't want that getting out, huh? He wanted me to press for it, didn't he? He wanted me to be a go-getter. He baited me, and it worked. He's so proud of me. There's no question that Inspector Gregson was looking into these black market dealings. However, women can read, women exist, and they can read! Look how far we've come! It's not yet been established that he was on that particular trail on the day in question. Oh my god. What? Automod? Automod doesn't like the term queerbait? Are you joking? I mean, that is queer bait. The master. I can't believe that. Automod. Wow. Queer bait isn't even like a thing. Yeah. Oh, God. I need to probably loosen up some of the automod settings. If the defense requires to know the club's name, the prosecution has no intention of being obstructive. Cosmo baited us. We need to kill him. Yeah, I probably should just like... It has like, there's different like levels of like strictness versus like laxness, and I should probably like loosen it a bit.
Right then, I get to show off my reading skills.
Come on, Gina. Yes, do it.
Apparently, the smuggle goods deal was gonna happen at a gentleman's club called the Grouse.
The Grouse. Yeah, definitely should have debated some chats, yeah. Master debaters! The Grouse? What sort of a club is that?
I got the foggiest. Club saying it's actually my thing. But I am kind of curious.
They're not places where a foreign student like you would be readily admitted. Okay, you're one to talk. Have you looked in the mirror recently? Dude, look at him, not even blue words there. I need them to bicker.
I'll tell you what. Me and Chief Inspector Toby could go in undercover.
Yes. Could you though?
They would be so taken in by Toby's cuteness. I could pick out a few good marks and see what else I could find out while I was in there.
He did say that out loud. I'm still asking him for strength. He did say that out loud. Like they're openly flirting in the courtroom now. Good for them. Good for them. I don't think you should go picking out anything. He's a little more British than Ryunosuke. Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. And that's where these black market dealings were going to take place, isn't it? He's being whitewashed. SMH my head, yeah. Yeah, that's what Van Zeeks does to you.
Yeah, it's gotta be. That's what the lower ranking detectives at the yard reckon.
Says the even lower rank. Stop it, Ryunosuke! Alright, so it's at the Grouse. A big job. Okay. I don't know if I have anything to work with the Grouse yet. Identity, blah, blah, blah. Wait a minute, wait, hold on. So this is a meeting he was supposed to go to on the 31st, the day before, right? Well, the day before he was supposed to go to France, so, that is what this was, right? This is talking about the 31st is when this was gonna happen, right? I don't know. No one onto it yet? Oh, the Reaper was there too, yeah, and then at the club. Oh my god! Van Zeeks was at the club! Good for him! Lord Van Zeeks was at the club! Yes! Let's go! Man, good for him. Please press what? Lord Van Zeeks was at the club! He was! Yeah! Detectives who visited the club yesterday to make inquiries have confirmed it. Several members report having seen the accused being admitted to the room in question as a guest. Looks like there's no disputing that he was there then. Ro was at the club, so well, actually, good question. I mean, he does perform in the court quite often. We know he's got some leg flexibility, so,
Well, we know that Lord Van Zeeks was investigating Inspector Gregson, don't we? Perhaps he'd already discovered the inspector's secret notebook.
He finally got to go to the club. He did. A particular gentleman, indeed, which led him to the club. Man, he really followed a man to the club. Wow. Presumably, then, there are also eyewitnesses who can testify that Gregson was there. Hello, Arnold Lane, welcome. How are you doing? Thanks for being here. None have been identified at this time, no. So the all-important victim wasn't seen at this mysterious club. Lord Van Zeeks is at the club? I love that line so much, yeah. Me when Lord Van Zeeks was at the club.
Why? Why aren't you asking Inspector Lestradia?
We're just marveling at the fact that Lord Van Zeeks was at the club, okay? Gina's not holding back with that ice cold stare of hers, is she?
I really don't know what to make of all this.
Lord Van Zeeks told us he was investigating Inspector Gregson, but he never once mentioned that he met the inspector the day before the incident.
You don't think Lord Van Zeeks could have been lying to us, do you?
That's not the only way to explain this.
Oh.
If everything Lord Van Zeeks has told us is true, there must be a mistake in this testimony somewhere.
You mean there are details we've yet to uncover?
The grouse. Wait. Is that the name of the ship? I don't know if there was like... Scratch. Yeah, the scratch. Like a bullet, even. Whoops, I misclicked. Girls on Earth according to his birthday, 522. Nice. Oh wait, that was his number, his ID number. That's great. Then there was the passport. We got this already. Yeah, the passport. Yeah. Who's supposed to travel on this day. But nobody saw him at the club. Gina was just talking about the club being, like, mentioned in the notebook. She didn't say that Gregson had gone there that day. His birthday was May 22nd. Ooh. Is that Sholm's birthday as well? For the applicant and one additional person, this should, I would assume that was for him and Gina, but commemorative photograph. Is there anything suspicious in this photograph? Benui. I need Benui. Her luck doesn't know a canon birthday, but the crazies have narrowed it down to January. January's not... Where was Sholmes on January 6th? I'm sorry. Anyway. Whoops. Supposed to follow, I pressed that. I did that. We got the smuggled goods deal at a gentleman's club. A big job at the... Went on it yet. I'll just press everything else and see if anything else happens, but I doubt it. So how did Inspector Grayson come to find out about it?
That's the question, ain't it? But I'm just an apprentice, so...
And why didn't he inform Scotland Yard of his findings?
Yeah, that's what I was asking myself, because, you know, I'm just an apprentice.
When it suits you, yes.
Anyway, the point is, something went on at the club, no question.
You can't say that for certain, though, surely. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get anything out of...
Hold it!
Yeah. The other debated one is July 7th, because it's my mom's birthday, nice. So you follow orders. Wait, so you follow orders, do you, Gina?
Nah, not me. I'm above all that, see?
She just admitted to not following orders. Good for her. You know what? Good for her.
The boss always had special orders for me. Grab us some fish and chips, or go and give Toby a scrub, that kind of thing.
So errands more than orders, then. This detective is still an apprentice, after all.
Yeah, well, This apprentice ain't one to sit around and wait to be told what to do, even by the boss. That's why I've been doing my own investigations into what happened. I didn't feel much at first.
Yeah, I didn't think anything would come from that. I want to press this. I just want to read through this again. The grouse. Strength. I need to double check on something. One of my characters. Oh, 7-7. Ooh. August 7th lines up with Eugene's age, changing in the court records between games. Cause he's Watson. Ooh. Wait, is that Watson's canon birthday?
I wish.
So that's where these were going to take place. So would that be it then? Would it really be the ticket or the passport on this? But he wrote if he made a note of this. I don't have anything that says the grouse on it, do I? Yeah, not in here. This is nothing new, is it? Yeah, just... Yeah. Own character. Susato's birthday has to be between November 4th and November 22nd, because her age doesn't change during the whole game. That's the only time frame the game doesn't cover. Interesting! Oh my god, but Susato being a Scorpio just like me! Although I'm an October Scorpio. Yes, it's her month. We're in Susato birthday territory right now. So, happy possible birthday, Susato! Good for her! My closest friends is a Scorpio. Nice. I'm an October Scorpio and my mom is a November Scorpio. It could be her birthday today. It could. Huh. I mean, I'll just go with this.
Objection.
Yeah. I made a mistake in front of Kazuma. And in front of Strongheart? Okay, fuck you. Your friend's sister's early November. Nice. Today's your happy birthday, Parker! Okay. The smuggled goods deal was gonna happen in a gentleman's club called the Grouse. Parker! Happy birthday, Watson, Eugene, Leo. Nice. But yeah, this is his real ID. We know that. He's two. Oh, baby! Huh. Do I have anything relating to smuggled goods? And a gentleman's club? And this was something that he found. So was he is she suggesting he was supposed to be there on October 31st? Oh yeah, false bottom. I think Parker and Susato should share a birthday. You know what? Yes. Susato's birthday is November 13th, just like Parker. It's official. Okay, but then if this is the new statement we gotta have something to do with this, right? Yeah, we already went through this multiple times. What would this gentleman's club and these smuggled goods have to do with this?
Protection.
I'm a little stumped. Yeah, I think I do need a little hint, actually. A little small hint. Is this where I use the bunny?
Protection.
I use Banui here for help. So the Banui is not the answer. I inspected. Okay, said evidence. Whoopsies! I didn't mean to do that. Let's go look at Lord Van Zeeks at the club again. It's a Steel Samurai. There's something about Awesome Wonderland being associated with either November 10th or October 11th. Oops! Oopsies! No, I bet you get to Lord Van Zeeks at the club.
Hold it.
Alrighty. Oopsies! Alrighty. What a plain man. And there's the letter of introduction. Blackbird line. This really is a gentleman's club if Jugoko and Mikotoba were on that. I knew I heard the phrase SS Grouse before. I was just in the wrong location, wrong ship. Yeah. Imagine giving characters unique birthdays. Oh my god. Huh, there we go. So he was meant to inspect this ship that Mikotoba and Jigoku were on. Interesting! Huh! Quite shots. The 9/11 match. Man. They have some kind of significance? I like that. Yeah, I feel like all dates and names and stuff always had to have a significance when I like make them up and everything. Yeah, it says passage on a steamship, but not SS Grouse, so I wouldn't have known just from looking at this. Alright. Alright, I have to pee real quick. Take a look at Van Zeeks at the club while I will be back in a moment. Yeah. You can look at Van Zeeks at the I'm back, and I did not fall in. Anyways, let's get out of the club now. Whoopsies! Oops. Alrighty. Alright, now we know what to do. Man, so Van
I'm
Zeeks was not
surrounded by absolute fools.
Thank you, Akechi. So is Van Zeeks really not at the club then? Aw. Unless there's also a club called the Grouse.
Objection.
So maybe there's a club called the Grouse in addition to this you've read about these clubs. Interesting. Alright, which we are here. Oh, Chinese Zodiac? Yeah, I am a tiger. I'm in the year of the tiger. I've heard about these clubs that exist here in Britain. As I understand it, they're places where well-to-do gentlemen socialize with friends and colleagues. Don't imagine for a second that a foreign student like you would be in— You said that already. Seriously, is your mirror cracked or something? Give me strength, buddy. Do we know for sure that the contraband dealings were definitely happening at a club called the Grouse? The police are currently looking for evidence, but haven't found anything definitive yet. You're the monkey and then your horse? Nice. You're goat by year but month? You were born under this— Interesting, huh? Very Man, horses. And I'm sorry to say they probably won't. What do you mean by that? I mean that the place Inspector Gregson was secretly going to visit on 31st October may not have been a gentleman's club at all.
You're showing a very irreverent attitude towards our country's police force there, Counsel. If it wasn't a gentleman's club, then what was it?
A boat. A steamship. You think it's a ship? I have the evidence to prove it. Here!
Let me see that.
Horse month and horse year, amazing. You still don't watch Barbie, oh my god, it's so good.
This dark-suited young man is not in the least bit untrustworthy.
Read the other side, buddy.
Be more specific next time. Ah, this would appear to be a ticket for passage upon a steamship, yes.
Are there any other versions? Can it be horse time of birth? Yep, any time can be horse time if you want it to be.
The SS Grouse?
Objection.
So there's a steamship named the Grouse that happens to share a name with the club. So Van Zeeks went clubbing when Gregson went to the ship. Gonna get triple horse, yeah, like the casino, yeah! But I'm afraid to say, there's a flaw in your logic there. How? Look at the ticket. Notice the date of arrival in port.
The ship arrived at the port of Dover on 1st November.
The day on which the sound like a gunshot was heard on Fresno Street. In other words, on the day in question here, 31st October, when the victim was on his clandestine mission. That ship hadn't yet docked on British shores.
That would certainly make an undercover investigation somewhat challenging.
But wasn't he in Dover? He was in Dover. Wait. He went to Dover to go through port through here, right? Port of Dunkirk, France. Oh, they said they stopped in France the day before. Mikotoba and Jigoku said they stopped in France. Who was Gregson trying to bring over? One additional person, but weren't they both? Jigoku and Mikotoba were both on that ship. And who's the additional person? Oh no! No! Huh. Substantiates the defense's assertion that the victim was investigating the SS Grouse on the day in question. Then show your evidence for that assertion. Very well. I got it. Oh, I need to look at my time as well for that.
Take that!
What's this? A passport for travel issued to the victim.
Got us something for the horses. Yes.
Dated 31st October? What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting that just one day before the inspector's body was discovered, there is a distinct possibility he wasn't even in the country. Ow! He took damage there. He's ready to draw his sword.
Order! This document is for passage to France. It does appear to have been officially authorized.
The day before the SS Grouse arrived at Dover, it docked on the northern coast of France for a night.
According to my father, who was on board at the port of Dunkirk.
You know we may be implicating your father in this, Susato. Is that what's... We're getting your father involved.
Dunkirk, France. What could possibly have taken the victim there?
Uh-oh. He laughs. I'm impressed, Ryunosuke. You don't have to call me by my full name. I certainly didn't expect you to get your hands on that passport. So you wanted me to bring that up. You know everything that's gonna go down, huh? The bullet! Mm-hmm. What?
Oh, this is just a little guy. Come on, it's his birthday.
You mean you knew about this? The prosecution strategy for this trial has been laid down by the Crown Prosecution Office. On the day before the incident, the victim was investigating contraband dealings at a London club. That's the outcome of Scotland Yard's investigations, and the line of prosecution has been asked to follow. But personally, I don't agree. Yeah, do things your own way, buddy. I think the prosecutor's office is trying to hide something. Woo! Get him! Gotta... Get him, get him, get him. And now they've expertly disproven their assertion, I intend to reveal what I believe that something to be.
What are you playing at, Prosecutor Isogi?
Yes, let's get him. Come on, we're gonna take down Strongheart together, shaking up the legal system together. Mm-hmm. All Eugene's friends are a million feet tall. A courtroom is a forum for the truth, my lord. Which is why it's my duty to present all the facts without exception.
Let me guess. This was your intention from the outset, wasn't it?
The reason Inspector Gregson secretly made his way to the steamship docked in France on the day in question was to carry out a mission for the Reaper. Like an assassination? Cosmo, watch out, stop! Was he trying to assassinate somebody on that ship then? Like the nation of Asa Shin?
Order! What on earth are you saying, Counsel?
The prosecution made an assertion in court yesterday. Inspector Gregson was investigating the identity of the Reaper. When he discovered the location of the man's secret hideout, he was killed. As I'm sure everyone can imagine, by the Reaper's hand. But in reality, the truth is the opposite of that. What? Inspector Gregson wasn't investigating the Reaper at all. He was, in fact, acting for the Reaper. So, you're saying the mission he was undertaking was, obviously, an assassination. But for the Reaper, he had 3... Was Soseki on the ship? Because the Reaper had 3 survivors. Hairbrain, Gina, and Soseki. Hairbrain is already in Germany, right? At this point? Is Soseki back in Japan, in Britain? I don't know why he would, because he hated it here, but sometimes he lies to prosecutor just for shits and giggles. You know what? Yeah. But who would this target be if all of the acquittals, save for those 3, had been killed? Barak Van Zeeks never carried out any of the actual killings. Whenever the Reaper's victims lost their lives, he always had a cast-iron alibi. Which tells us that he must have had an accomplice.
And you claim that was Inspector Gregson?
Hold it.
What the hell do you think you're saying, eh? My boss would never have done nothing like that.
And yet, when you consider all the facts, it all makes perfect sense.
No, it can't be.
We also arrived at the same conclusion, didn't we? That Inspector Gregson was operating as the Reaper. even so, there's no way that person giving him the orders was Lord Van Zeeks. Yeah, sometimes he can throw in a little white lie every now and then. The true Reaper is somebody else. Baroque Van Zeeks is not the Reaper. A predictable response from someone who's advocating for the man. And even if that's true that Gregson was operating as an agent of the Reaper, a suggestion that he went aboard the SS Grouse on an assassination mission doesn't follow at all.
Oh, you have some solid hiccup. You have some solid reason for doubting the assertion, do you, Counsel?
It's very simple. On the day in question, nobody was killed aboard that steamship. Professor Mikotoba and Judge Jigoku were on that very ship. If someone had been assassinated, I'm certain we would have heard about it. Psst. What's so funny? You're right, of course. No suspicious deaths were reported on board the ship. But I think perhaps you've missed the point. That's precisely why Inspector Gregson himself lost his life. What? Gregson did board the SS Grouse that night with the intention of dispatching his mark. But his mission ended in failure. Failure? It's free enrichment for the defense. Yeah, the little lies. It seems the defense hasn't yet grasped a very important detail here. What are you talking about? What detail? Inspector Gina Lestrade.
Huh? What?
The victim's notebook that you read an excerpt from earlier, that doesn't contain details of secret investigations at all. It describes 10 years of assassination plots to be carried out by the Reaper of the Bailey.
You're lying. Even if all them bludgers what got that ticket out had it coming. The boss? Want the Reaper? Poor Gina.
There's no question that Tobias Gregson was heavily involved in the Reaper's activities. You may just be an apprentice, but if you spent any time at Scotland Yard, you must have heard rumors.
I had heard nothing, and I don't believe a word of it.
10 years. Oh wait, yo, that's 10 years. That one to the 10 years counter. Whoa! Whoa, let's go! Then testify again as a representative of Scotland Yard. Consider it your chance to defend your boss. Man.
I concur. The witness will give a new formal testimony. Miss Lestrade, you will tell the court everything you know about Inspector Gregson's secret notebook.
Gina!
Yeah, this notebook does have a load of stuff about what the Reaper got up to the past 10 years. Names of victims, dates and places and stuff. And the last entry in there was 31st October. It said grouse for the place on that date, and the name of the mark. There was a note about him being a criminal that got away from the Reaper in court 10 years ago or something.
Well, first off, yeah, that's another one for the counter. Crackpot theory. The professor is still alive, and he is either Mikotoba or Jigoku. Because who else would it be? What other named character would it be, you know? I guess Jigoku would make more sense than Mikotoba, because we know Mikotoba was the Sholmesy partner, but like, why would he... But apparently he's someone that escaped 10 years ago. That would be the professor. Because wasn't Van Zeeks prosecuting that case? Although he was guilty. He found guilty, but assumed to have escaped.
But honest, the boss didn't know none of it. It was just investigating the Reaper, that's all.
Or anyone who got acquitted, yeah. Although, Van Zeeks did say that he had 19 acquittals in his career and 16 of them are dead. And the survivors are Gina, Hairbrain, and Soseki. And presumably none of them were on the ship.
Keep personal opinion out of your testimony, witness. We require only established fact here.
This must be so hard for her. You can't deny it now, surely, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. What can't I deny? The notebook contained the name of the final mark and the location where the assassination— Yeah, do we have a name? If it's fucking Seishiro Jigoku, that's the information that the victim could only have known if he was working with the Reaper.
So, who was to be this final mark?
Go ahead, Inspector Lestrade, read the name for the court. The name that's written alongside the entry that mentions the grouse on 31st October.
How do you read this then?
Didn't Gina say something about like a Japanese sounding name?
That ain't the problem, right, Odo? It's a funny name. It ain't English. It's hard to read.
So it's someone from overseas?
Let me have a bash at it.
Seishiro is the fucking professor, isn't he? Is he the fucking professor and made his friend take the fall for it? The judge? That was the fucking judge from the very beginning. Seemingly innocuous. You're fucking— Hi, Spicy Chicken, welcome! Congrats, Cazador is fucking dead! Let the crabs dance!
Damn brat! I'll sue!
Jigoku's gonna call me a damn brat by the time I'm done here. Jigoku is the fucking professor. Oh my god. Anyway, still no cracked ass.
Yeah, Seishiro.
I'm just looking at the waffle bowl makers. Nice.
Jigoku, maybe?
What? It can't be. Seishiro Jigoku?
But that's Judge Jigoku. Seishiro Jigoku. Certainly not an English name, you're right.
Objection!
But that can't be right. I know Judge Jigoku, and I saw him the day before yesterday here in London. So I know for a fact that man hasn't been assassinated. What if did he kill Gregson and then somehow keep him aboard the ship's freezer for a day? Did Mikotoba— is Mikotoba an accomplice? As I said, the Reaper failed. Oh. Gregson missed his chance to kill his mark and return to British shores. But the Reaper wouldn't tolerate the mistake, so he killed the inspector personally. But the crackpot theories are burning. We're cooking here. The Reaper, of course, being the accused, Barak Van Zeeks. I have my stress squishies here, because I need them very much, so.
It's an undeniably logical argument.
Kazuma, you planned for the trial to go this way all along, didn't you?
Hold it!
Barak! Hey, Barak. Hey. He's got his whoa! Ah! Feet! 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 There's a foot! There's a foot! Yeah, it's covered, but there is a foot on screen! Look at that! There is a foot! You got how to make I'm not— look, I mean, first off, it's covered. Obviously, it's covered. It's a boot. But it's like right in my face. Cause with him doing the leg slams just straight forward like that, you get a full view of the sole of his shoe, okay? Boot. Pray forgive the discourtesy of filling my hallowed chalice while I stand accused of murder, and for stretching out my legs. It is quite tiresome standing here all day. Or Van Zeeks. This is what he was doing at the club. He was doing this whole show with the wine glass and the leg. The accused has no right to speak uninvited in court. You will return to the dock. It doesn't matter. These screenshots of Herlock's shoes. Stop! Not Quentin Tarantino. Listen, he just we got a full view of the sole of his shoe, okay? And what goes into shoes? Feet. And also, as a dancer, being around... Okay, I'm not even gonna go into the detail there, but I've danced barefoot many times. And not an issue. And I'll stop, you know. Feet are very much not like that to me at all. Feet are nasty. They get covered in calluses and blisters, and I've experienced and seen it firsthand. It's nasty. You're also a dancer? Oh my god, really? They are gross! See, all the calluses and the blisters and everything, it's nasty! That's exactly, they are nasty, gross! And they're painful and they hurt all the time. I'm not at all like that. Jesus Christ! But yeah. Anyways, I say nothing of whether or not I'm the Reaper. That's the task of this court to decide. Now you know how I feel. Yeah, I have sympathy for you now, Neria. But there is one thing I can say unequivocally. Smash! That girl. Don't you dare insult my daughter like that, Van Zeeks. How dare you?
What? No, that's right. I ain't. I'm an inspector.
Repeating rumors heard about the yard. Reading entries from a notebook of unconfirmed origin. Automod! You did! Okay, I need to lighten up Automod for sure. That's not testimony, it's practically a script. No doubt the rest of this trial will go exactly as you've clearly planned. Your hatred of me is understandable. In your mind, I'm sure I am the Reaper, who sent your father to the gallows all those years ago. But you're in danger of becoming a far more sinister Reaper yourself, by attempting to have me condemned with this feeble excuse for a testimony. What did you say?
Mr. Naruhodo, this is our chance.
My lord, the defense requests that the defendant be allowed to speak. He may be privy to important information relating to the testimony just given by the witness. Very menacing. Does all those years ago count? I don't know. I think it should be explicit 10 years. And I think when we replay this dialogue, we'll only count it as once. One individual instance of whatever, you know.
Anyways, the defendant may remain in the witness stand for the cross-examination.
I'm guessing he's gonna react to something. Allow me to toast the court's impartiality. Thank you, bestie. Yeah, they have to say 10, I agree.
Don't raise your glass in my direction, sir.
Okay, party pooper.
Counsel for the defense, begin the cross-examination immediately.
Schlap. At once, my lord. Seishiro Jigoku is the goddamn Reaper. And is that... I'm thinking now. The telegram disc that, or the Morse code disc was some sort of secret between Japan and Britain, right? And was he like, give it? I don't know.
Don't lift your wrist at me, boy.
Lots of stuff about what he got up to, names of victim, dates and places and stuff. It said grouse for the place.
Hold it!
And you're saying that the mark listed was Seishiro Jigoku?
That's what it said. Funny name, if you ask me. And I thought your name was Odd, Oddo.
So pleased to have lost my crown there. Mr. Jigoku is the presiding judge of Japan's Supreme Court of Judicature.
I remember the man. He came to our country as a visiting student 16 years ago.
Studying international law and diplomacy under your tutelage, Lord Strongheart.
That bearded young fellow was a very able man, I must say.
So Lord Strongheart was Judge Jigoku's mentor. Oh, they were in on it together, weren't they? Van Zeeks is never going back to the club. He went there once, thinking it was part of an investigation, got that wrong, and then got accused of murder. Yeah. He'll just have to put on his jammies and go night-night instead. He'll have to put on, like, the Scrooge pajamas and hold a candle and then go to bed. Do you think that... Miria? Mayhaps. Mayhaps they did.
If I'm not mistaken, he returned to Japan 10 years ago now.
Oh, there's one, 3. Automod! Okay, I need to disable Automod at this point, I think. Oh, there's 4 now! 10 years ago, there's 4.
10 years ago, after that fateful case. Precisely. In the aftermath of the Professor case, his repatriation was organized immediately. It's a mystery why such a man would be listed in the inspector's notebook.
Because he escaped condemnation.
I didn't think it was possible, but the mood in here just got even worse now. Maybe I'll just keep talking.
Strong! Alright, I'm not counting that as again because she already said it. She said it once already, so. What do you mean a criminal? Joshikoku's no criminal. I don't know about that one, Chief.
Well, don't ask me. I don't know nothing about it.
Hold on, I wanna look this. Something about the Asogi papers. I regret nothing. Did he willingly take the fall for Jigoku in these cases? Did not bring out stuff. Yeah, love wins here.
Oh, do you remember what Father told us? That Judge Jigoku did once appear in court here in Britain. It was related to the Professor case, I'm sure.
Yes, of course, you're right. Seishiro was trying to mitigate Genjin's guilt, so he took to the stand to testify. The worst brand of old man yaoi. He got a little carried away and went chop. He also said some contemptuous words about the British Empire, for which he was charged. And you know what? He was kind of based for that, I'm sure. Even if he is a serial killer. It was a pitiful situation, yes. I'd forgotten all about it, but I prosecuted that trial too, as it happens. You did? It was considered to be adjunct to the professor proceedings, you see. But he was acquitted after being told to make reparation for the damage caused to the stand. Or was he an accomplice in the killings then? Is that why he's considered, if he was considered acquitted, and then this, he's still an acquittal of the Reaper? Huh. But, and there you have it. I know I said the 1916 thing. Did you? Yeah, oops. He forgore. I guess he forgore. He pretty much said as much, so I guess it's, 2016. Have what? Surely the accused hasn't forgotten his own rule? That there's no saving anyone who faces the Reaper in court, guilty or innocent alike. Once they're in this country, you know. Are you suggesting that the reason Shojigoku was targeted for assassination? The man was sent back to Japan immediately after that trial. The Reaper had no time to do his work. But then, 10 years later... Does that count 10 years? I'll just change this to a 10 years counter. The mark returns to Britain once more. Did he? Yeah, he did say. Perhaps now you start to see just how vindictive the Reaper is. Come on, that's absurd! To take someone's life for that? Isn't the whole premise of the Reaper absurd? Killing those who have been found innocent? Clearly the rules by which the man operates are beyond a sane person's comprehension. Maybe you didn't count. Yeah, true. Mayhaps. Yeah, but...
Hold it!
Names of victims, dates, places, and stuff. What is this stuff?
Well, besides the victims' names, this other name kept cropping up.
Uh-oh, what other name is that?
It's the one I told you yesterday. The same name, written over and over again.
You mean... Asa Shin, aha!
Yeah, that's the one. She a friend of yours at Summit, is she?
I'm Stuff. Stop. Were you even listening yesterday? Asa Shin. The assassin. Rogue.
What? Like, a killer, you mean?
Asa Shin the assassin. Gregson was the tactician, the one who came up with the plan of attack. He investigated the marks thoroughly, finding out when they were to be vulnerable and who to use to get at them.
But the person actually executing his plans was someone else, you're saying?
I'll be out of pocket. You know what? Fair. She's pretty. She's adorable. Jojo posing.
If that's true, then the Reaper does indeed start to sound like an organized group of vigilantes.
Then perhaps what it said on the passport document? Permission for the applicant and one additional person to travel. I mean, the assassin we know is dead, unless that was just the general moniker for every person that acted as the assassin, you know? Clearly the assassin, who was meant to take Seishiro Jigoku's life. Weak slap. Gina, can you confirm that against the final entry that listed Grouse and Seishiro Jigoku? What name was written? Sucrose is a Genshin character, yeah.
Oh, well, that's the only entry that didn't have a name next to it, it happens.
Cause she's dead.
It just had, like, a question mark or something there, I think.
Name and stuff for her?
You know, in other words, Gregson himself didn't know the identity of the assassin in that case.
But Gregson was the one making the plans, was he not?
Oh, how infuriating.
A nameless assassin.
Hold it!
So you have complete faith that Inspector Gregson is innocent in all of this?
Of course I do. I mean, I owe him that, don't I? Because he's the only one with a faith in me.
Aw, Gina!
The boss promised me he did. He promised me that even though I was just a diver, he could turn me into a top-notch detective. A kid with a good heart like that ain't gonna go rob people of their futures, is he?
Every single person killed by the Reaper was a criminal of the First Order. Lowlifes like that have no compunction about robbing hundreds of others of their futures.
Huh?
Their ludicrous acquittals in court give them the freedom to make hundreds more suffer. Is he just trying to make her feel better about this? Oh.
I don't...
So what? You justified your actions because you were protecting innocent people's futures? I'm not suggesting that the Reaper's methods are justified at all. But life isn't black and white. That's all I'm saying. Man. I didn't press the first one yet. If he's gonna comment on the first statement, I guess. And that's the one I didn't press. He reacted to his words when he called him an... Damn. He's looking for revenge against the person he considers to be his father's killer, after all.
I do worry that if we fail to find a discrepancy in this testimony somewhere, the trial may end and adjudication won't go in our favor.
Alrighty.
Hold it!
In other words, it shows that Gregson was basically acting as the Reaper.
Not you and all. That ain't the only explanation, is it? It could have been investigating the Reaper in secret and the notebook said what he found out.
If I may. When originally people began referring to me as the Reaper, I didn't object. I believed the power to intimidate London's criminal classes into compliance with the law to be beneficial. But you carried out your own investigations into the true identity of the Reaper, didn't you? Yes, and those investigations proved conclusively that Gregson was one arm of the Reaper.
One arm? What are you on about?
The Reaper's victims were all extremely shrewd criminals at the top of their game. There's simply no way one person could have taken them on alone. The Reaper is an organization, with you at its head. Bitch. I had spies at the yard keeping me abreast of Gregson's movements, letting me know when he was elsewhere. So I'd been able to check the most recent entry in his book. I knew the location. You knew it said grouse, so he went to the club, not knowing that it was a ship, believing it to be a reference to the gentleman's club. That's why he went to the club. He mistakenly went to the club alone.
Ah, so that explains why several members of the club claim to have seen you there.
I do not frequent clubs in my spare time, but of course the inspector was not there. Because at the time, he was making his way to the steamship docked on the northern coast of France, as shown by the passport found in the victim's metal trunk. Very well then. Back to your testimony about the contents of this notebook.
Fine. Is something wrong, Mr. Naruhodo? You seemed a little shocked by something a moment ago.
Oh, no, it's... I probably am, but what was... that he'd been spying on Gregson for a while.
Right, I've had just about enough of this.
Gina?
All this nonsense about the boss planning to kill people. It's cobblers! Come on, Odo.
Yes?
Oh. Why aren't you saying nothing? Why aren't you yelling out objection or something? Oh, you gotta find a flaw. You do usually. Oh, someone's lying, ain't no question. You gotta work out who it is. Oh, Gina. Please, for the boss. Gina. That outburst was an insult to the court and to your own testimony.
Bro, people are allowed to be emotional when they lose someone close to them.
I might have known that a common pickpocket from the back slums couldn't make a
Okay, fuck you. I think she should be allowed to punch you.
When this trial is over, you'll forfeit your...
Just for grieving in court. Oh, he totally had something to do with this whole setup. I wanna choke him with that pocket watch of his.
Is that clear? I've had it with the lot of you. It's lies every bleeding place you look in this world, ain't it? Well, I've had enough.
Gina! America moment, yeah. So have I after that little speech of Gina's. I've made up my mind.
To do what, Mr. Naruhodo?
There was one point in this cross-examination when something that was said just didn't sit right with me. One statement that seemed odd.
Oh, do you mean...
I'm not gonna let Gina's plea for help fall on deaf ears.
Come on, Odo, help. You gotta find a flaw somewhere.
Hold it!
I want to thank you, Gina. You helped me find... Alright, first resolve, baby! You helped me find my resolve.
Huh?
What do you mean? Amongst everything we've heard during this cross-examination, there's one thing that defies explanation. One inconsistency.
What? An inconsistency? Really, Odo?
I don't quite know what it means yet, but... Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't even fucking remember! Took our resolve virginity. I don't even remember, man. I mean, I'm assuming it was with the first statement, because that's the one where he seemed, like, weirded out. An inconsistency. I can't scroll farther back than this. Oh, God. I'm confused. I will go with Panzeeks, I suppose. I don't know. Or... Or even Kazuma. The Chinese was, I mean, he kind of like did the little exclamation mark after what Kazuma spoke. Is this the inconsistency? As shown by the passport in the trunk. Well, there is blood and a bullet gash, I'm assuming, on the trunk. So we could use that to assume that he had that when he was shot, and the passport is in it, so... Damn, would it be Kazuma? Do I get to read him for filth? I've saved like 3 times. Jesus Christ. This could be so wrong.
Take that!
Aha! By you, Kazuma Asogi! Me.
Is this some attempt at filibustering, Counsel?
No, this is foreplay. What?
Prosecutor Asogi has given no testimony.
What are you suggesting I said that was inconsistent? You let something slip that you shouldn't have. When I presented the relevant piece of evidence, I imagine you'll realize what you've done. Something about the passport in the suitcase, I'm guessing. Because by that time he was already on his way to France with the defense is busting my balls, Your Honor. Yeah, I forgot what they were saying. I'm gonna go with...
Take that!
Aha! This is a trunk that belonged to Inspector Gregson.
A metal construction, is it? It's certainly very heavy. What's this? A blood stain, and a relatively fresh one, too.
Oh, you didn't see that! Haha!
What? You mean that ain't grease from all the boss's fish and chips?
Fresh blood on the inspector's trunk. That suggests that the victim was traveling with that luggage when he was killed. And that gives Van Zeeks an alibi, doesn't it?
That can't be. There was no mention of any trunk in Scotland Yard's report.
Yes, there's a reason for that. Immediately after the inspector's body was discovered, one of the street peddlers made off with the trunk, hoping to sell it.
But I found it. Me, woman knows for trouble.
It was a good old Beppo sandwich. Aw, he doesn't do the That's no fun. Which means that nobody should have known anything about the trunk. Unless, of course, we're talking about somebody who was present when the victim was killed. And yet, during the cross-examination of the witness... What are you suggesting? Hadn't Kazuma been MIA for like the week in between these 2 trials? Who's off doing God knows what? Was he doing Reaper business? He was making his way to a steamship docked on the northern coast of France, as shown by the passport found in the victim's metal trunk. So the question is, how did you know about the inspector's... I'm gonna be so sick. He was the +1, wasn't he? We know the man went on a trip to France. Where else would he have put his passport? Oh, I'm gonna be so sick. But you knew it was a metal trunk. Answer me honestly, Kazuma. On 31st October, where exactly were you? At the port of Dunkirk, on board the SS Grouse. Is that the answer you're looking for, Ryunosuke? I'm not trying to implicate you, buddy! I just want to know what was going on! Cosimo, what did you... What? I hadn't considered the possibility before, but... if Cosmo was there on the ship, then it could only have been for one purpose. Oh, no, Mr. Naruhodo. Surely you don't think... Come on, Ryunosuke, you know the rules. The only thing that really talks in the courtroom is hard evidence. As I understand it, Inspector Gregson always took that case with him when he traveled. So as it stands, you've proved nothing. Are you challenging me to prove it beyond all reasonable doubt? Oh, they're flirting. That you were there that day in the same place as the inspector. He was there with Gregson? There is a clue you've overlooked, a secret that trunk can tell us. About the +1? I have a nasty feeling that I'm gonna be right. I am going to... Remember when I made that... Remember when I kept saying that his secret mission was to assassinate somebody, and that's why he was here?
The accusation being made is deeply disturbing, but nevertheless, we must test it. The defense will identify for the court where in the trunk this alleged clue is to be found.
I want to take a look. It's not about the passport saying there's a +1, right? The evidence that points to Kazuma. I mean, fucking... This isn't a bullet graze at all. This is a fucking sword slash. This is a goddamn sword slash. Isn't it? That is a goddamn sword slash. Bro was waving around his sword. Oops. Oopsies. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to present.
Got it!
This is your proof. What did you say to that, Prosecutor Asogi?
Personally, I think tying the defense counsel to the inspector's trunk and tossing it into the sea would...
Hello?
Did you just say? Did he just do the Miles Edgeworth go KYS thing? Oh my god, did it? This is like when Bratworth said something like to me like, perhaps the defense should go try taking a dip in the river. You know? Literally! Oh my god, this is like straight out of Bratworth. Yeah. At least that way London's courtrooms will be safe from his destructive accusations.
I believe that was a rather long-winded way of telling you that you're wrong, Mr. Naruhodo.
Very well, then let us see if you sink or swim under the weight of this
penalty, counsel.
Alright, we'll try again. Alright, my bad. He's chosen violence.
You can't allow yourself to be drowned yet.
Okay, some new dialogue? Okay, let's keep looking around then. I've only looked at the gash on the from the outside. I'm pretty sure it's the gash. If you got something wrong with the redheads, it says something about dragging you around the steep by the neck? The street? Damn, that's kind of kinky. He really is taking a really is doing the Bratworth thing. Really, wow. I don't think I got this dialogue in paper! There's a paper in there. I didn't get this dialogue in the trilogy, but I know there's like maybe you should be stripped naked and run out for making a mockery of this court. I didn't see that. Okay, there's like a piece of paper in there. Is that his passport maybe? Do you see that? There's something stuck in the side of the trunk there. It's glinting. Is that the tip of his sword? I hope it's not Karuma. I hope to God that is not Karuma.
Got it!
I swear to God, if that is Karuma, it is a weird hitbox. Just the tip. Stop. Stop. Please let that be the cheap British sword and not Karuma. If that's Karuma, I'm going to be really upset. There's a small piece of metal lodged in the wall of the trunk here, like the tip of a blade.
A blade?
Kazuma, slung around your waist as ever today. No, please tell me it's the other one. Please tell me it's the other one and not Karuma. Please, please, please. Or Karuma, yeah. Of course it is. Won't you draw it here in this courtroom for all to see? Damn. Exercise caution, my learned friend. That man is the son of London's most notorious killer. And you, well, he didn't know at the time that he was his son, but you had him uncorking wine bottles like that. Karumba!
Bailiff, watch Prosecutor Isogi like a hawk.
That won't be necessary.
Oh no!
The tip is... No! Why is this actually really sad for me? We gotta fix it, we gotta fix it. Lol, Lamau even, we gotta fix that. It did the same thing to a kitchen knife? Oh my god, that's actually terrifying. Man, F's in chat for Karuma. I'm so sad. If the fragment of metal from the trunk fits together with the end of the sword, the question of who is there with Inspector Gregson will be answered. Agreed, Kazuma Isogi? I'm gonna throw the fuck up. Expertly done, Rinosuke. That's a point to you, and well deserved.
Do you mean to tell the court, Prosecutor Isogi?
It was just the tip. Stop! Yes, on 31st October, I accompanied Inspector Gregson to Dunkirk in order to carry out a mission. I'm gonna throw the fuck up. So the additional person authorized to travel was me.
And the mission was?
I cannot fucking believe it. I cannot fucking believe that from the very moment, from the very beginning, the way he looked at his sword in 1-1 while talking about some sort of secret mission. Well, obviously, he did. Although if he was going to Britain and he was ordered to assassinate Seishiro, obviously he wouldn't have known that at like over a year in advance, but I know I've played this before. Bro is just literally admitting to, but yeah, he's so... I hate when Apollo Justice curses me like this! Man! What? You mean you're the killer whose name was omitted from this notebook? You're part of the... This fucker was part of the Reaper. He's accusing Van Zieks of being the Reaper while he's a part of the whole shebang, huh? You were following the Reaper's orders to dispatch Judge Shigoku? What if he's just lying and playing along and wanting me to figure out the truth? Oh, let me make one thing perfectly clear. I have killed no one.
Explain!
I accepted the assassination mission, yes, and I accompanied Gregson to Dunkirk. But I never had any intention of carrying out the plan. You were never going to do it?
We can believe Kazuma-sama, I'm sure. After all, Judge Shigoku arrived safely in London the following day.
There's our On the 31st, I boarded a train from London with Inspector Gregson. We traveled to Dover, where we crossed the channel to Dunkirk. Then we boarded the SS Grouse and made for the cabin deck, as indicated in the plan.
You went to Judge Shigoku's cabin?
Exactly. He wasn't there, though. We decided to wait, but... well, you've already told us you had no intention of going through with it anyway. I didn't come to Great Britain to take anyone's life, so I left Gregson and disembarked the ship. I spent the night at a boarding house in town and returned to England Okay, then why was the tip of your sword in his case? A boarding house in Dunkirk? My signature will be in the register book. It'll be simple enough to verify.
Then, what became of Jigoku?
Gregson was no assassin, so the mark was spared. I'm sure it's easy enough to imagine what happened after that. Gregson returned to England as well, having failed to complete the mission. He tipped off Gregson. Stop. He met with the Reaper in that room on Fresno Street to report the failure. Oh my god, he looks like Kakyoin in this silhouette with a little hair noodle, causing the infuriated mastermind to pull the trigger and end his wretched agent's life. Kakyoin! It got his eyes! They took my fucking eyes, Jotaro! That's the real truth behind Inspector Gregson's murder. But if you did nothing as you claim, how did the tip of your sword come to be lodged in the inspector's trunk? They said he has Kakyoin hair, was messing me up, I was trying to draw him! Amazing. I don't need to answer. He said, nuh-uh. Alright, bitch. The victim was killed by a gunshot. A small fragment of a Japanese blade isn't relevant. Well, it's not normal for there to be a big scratch on the side of the thing and the sword. Yeah, he is so funny. Why is he like this? And accordingly, I choose to exercise my right to silence on that matter. Fuck you. And then can you fuck me after this? What? Once again, I'm speaking as Ryunosuke. I am playing as Ryunosuke, and I'm speaking his thoughts.
Be that as it may, the court will sequester the—
No! No, 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 you can't take that from him. No, 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 no! No, you cannot do that. You cannot do— No! No! Don't separate him! No, don't take it from him! God, that kind of hurt! Don't take that from him! I'm gonna be sick. Karuma, the great blade. It's such a thing of beauty, I want to gaze on it for hours. Almost as beautiful as the man that wields it. It hurts to see it taken like this, and then the tip of the great sword broken. It's such a shame. It's been so meticulously cared for over the years. Yes, I went on board to assassinate a guy. Yes, the fragment of my sword was in the dead guy's trunk. I don't have anything to say about that, though. Let's see. He's so funny. I love that. He really did become a bitch. I mean, that is what death does to a motherfucker, but I love that. He is very funny. I can almost hear him. He really is. It hurts. Kaza must have really taken a swing for that to happen. Sword's name is broken? Wait, is that what Karuma means? I'm gonna throw up.
You must take immediate action now to verify whether Seishiro Jigoku remains unharmed.
Oh, it's Karma. That makes sense. Yeah, Karma. Oh, we broke joking? Okay, yeah. I agree. That should be our first priority. Without the kanji to tell me means car. Nice. Aww. It's recently come to my attention that he hasn't been seen since yesterday. He went out clubbing with the boys, with Mikotoba and Sholmes. When a foreign dignitary invited to Great Britain goes missing for 24 hours, he's probably just hung over somewhere. Yeah, it means one who kills demons and monsters. It's only natural that the question of his safety should arise. That's what I should call Will's weapon now, the one who kills demons and monsters. I finished Will's character quest, and based on the way it ended for me, I think I should name his weapon Karuma because of the meaning. Yeah. You don't mean to say they think Judge Shigoku may have been killed? The Reaper has more than one assassin at his disposal, and he has the power and influence to give orders from the inside of a prison cell. Hello, Clay! Hello! How are you? How's it going? Things are happening here, but how are you doing? Isn't that right, Lord Van Zeeks? If I were truly the Reaper, I'd be able to tell you. You trained him well, Van Zeeks. You trained him well in the art of British bitchiness.
Order! Order in the court! Order!
You're good. Glad to hear. Multiple Asanassers at the Reaper's disposal. Yeah, they all go by the name Asashin, because the Reaper is very literal.
We will take an emergency recess for 30 minutes.
Now?
Guests of the symposium have been told to maintain regular contact with the organizer's office. If the man can't be located within half an hour, we will have to assume the worst. Oh no, not Judge Jigoku!
Barak Van Zeeks says, if I was the Reaper, I would have done a better job. This is such sloppy work. No one would want to kill a harmless Japanese man who'd only just arrived in the country. But what if he really was the fucking professor? Except, that is, for the Reaper wanting to finish off a mark that slipped through the net 10... Oh, another one for the counter! Another one for the 10 years counter. Oops. Right, we're at 6 now. He must be good with a needle. And you reputioso! A giant needle is his weapon of choice.
I would have to agree. Mr. Naruhodo, for the defense's sake...
My lord?
I sincerely hope we are successful. If we're unable to confirm Mr. Jigoku's healthy existence in the next 30 minutes, you will face grave difficulties.
Why are you putting that on me, buddy? Why are you putting this on me? I literally was I'm not responsible for his life. The fuck is wrong with you?
Court is adjourned for 30 minutes.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, so Kazuma can just admit that he took on an assassination mission and get off scot-free, but if somehow if his mark is not found alive, I'm gonna be held responsible? What the hell?
Kazuma-sama, the Reaper's assassin. I feel as though I'm in a nightmare.
I can hardly believe it either. But on the other hand, Kazuma isn't in the habit of making up stories. So it's the Reaper, the 4 people on the disc then may have? Yes, world's most functional justice system.
I have such a terrible sense of foreboding. If something awful has happened to Judge Jigoku, then I feel as though things will only spiral further and further out of control.
Sorry, that intro to that music scared me. There was like very intense strings. That actually scared me. I felt it from the moment I stepped into the courtroom house this morning. A strange sensation that we were careering towards a foregone conclusion. The new orchestration, yeah, music jump scare, yeah. Find the judge, you're getting jailed for letting him die. Completely normal and healthy government. Yep, exactly. It's so scary, yeah, it's very haunting. Well, in the worst case, we might only have 30 minutes left. Unfortunately, though, I don't think there's anything we can do but wait now. We're out of options! Jesus.
Actually, there may be one last hand we can play. Or rather, one last ear.
Of course! Oh my god, yeah, Bnui time! Adenor! Is this like a Sholmes homing beacon or something? He'll just instantly teleport here? The little Mr. Sholmes doll that Iris gave us. Bnui be upon ye!
If for some reason you completely run out of options in the trial today, then just pull this little Hurley's ears as hard as you possibly can. Bnui be with you.
Perhaps now is the time. Sure, let's pull. Why not? Sholming beacon! Sholming beacon! I love that. Alright, Sholming beacon, activate! Here goes then. I'm gonna do it! And watch as nothing happens, and I just decapitate the Bnui, and I break another thing of Iris's, and she's gonna be sad with me again. It's gonna hurt her even more than showing her a picture of Gregson's body. You think I'll be fine? I'm not gonna break it.
Good luck, Mr. Naruhodo.
No looking back. Ho!
That scream sounded like Mr. Sholmes.
Oh my god, is it like we're gonna break her PS5? Here, my dear fellows, here! Did he just like yell? It's like a walkie-talkie. Did it like? Did we literally just scream in his ear? It's the felt doll talking.
Pull yours again, Mr. Naruhodo, as hard as you can.
All right then, I'll pull all my strength into it.
Ow! Oh my god!
Please, my dear fellows, you don't need to pull my ear off. Oh my god, they're like little communication. He invented the walkie-talkie. He did.
Oh, that's a little mouse. Mr. Sholmes, where are you?
Myself and my trusty partner. They're doing Sholmesy stuff. Are presently in the first-class cabin of the SS Grouse. The SS Grouse? She left over last night after the final piece of cargo were loaded. Oh my god, this is their romantic hotel.
Dearest!
We're currently docked at Dunkirk, but due to be underway again in half an hour. You've taken a ship to France? Please, even with my athletic prowess, I would struggle to jump to the Straits of Dover. Iris bends his ear to— Aww.
Dearest!
After we left Baker Street last night, we hurried by cab to the station and by train to the port, in order to board this vessel in time. So, you mean you already worked it out? You were clubbing on the ship? That the steamship was where everything really took place? Mr. Naruhodo, pray, what is my name? Herlock Sholmes, world-famous great detective. Recited to perfection. Well done.
You're a genius, Mr. Sholmes. That's the only word for it. Aww. Oh.
Miss Susato, gently with this genius's ear, please.
Oh my, I'm ever so sorry.
That's why he just swim. He can just. Oh my god, am I Mikotoba? Am I playing as Mikotoba? If I may, Sholmes. Peek. Ah, there you are. Are they gonna do a deduction together? Do we get to investigate as Mikotoba with Sholmes? This is the best day of my life. Never mind that Kazuma just revealed that, yeah, I took out an assassination order, but I didn't do it, so, like, that's fine. And who knows how that's gonna go down, but this is all that matters. Best part of the entire game. You may remember that it was, in fact, I who made the connection to the SS Grouse. At Scotland Yard yesterday, when we examined that notebook and I recalled my steamship ticket. But of course it was, my dear fellow. And not once did I controvert that fact. I merely had our court-bound companions utter my name. I have to click everything in this room. Absolutely, I will, for sure. Yes, you did, didn't you? You've just entered a recess. The trial resumes in 30 minutes from now.
And if we're unable to present any new leads then, I'm afraid to say...
Do not fret, please. It's for precisely that. Sorry, I'm like giddy now. It's for precisely that purpose that my partner and I have made this journey. I have no doubt that we shall have welcome news for you within the half hour. Thank you, Mr. Sholmes. That would be wonderful. Until later, then. Yes, you'll be hearing from us if you're not in touch first. Ow, 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 ow. I shan't be hearing anything if you keep tugging in my ear in that mindless fashion. Whatever was the idea behind making a receiver operated in that way in the first place, Sholmes? It was cute. Why the deuce would I know? It's Iris's invention, not mine. She wanted to make it nice and cute. I replayed this part so many times. It never gets easier. Alright. I should have saved at the very beginning so I could go through that first dialogue. I'm gonna make a whole save just for this. Whilst I know how much you enjoy being the hero of the hour, Sholmes, we have but half that now before the grouse puts to sea again. If you don't conclude our investigations rapidly, we shall find ourselves in Naples before long. There are times, Mikotoba, when you make a surprising amount of sense. So, let us begin! I'm like... First class cabin number 2, yes, this is the one. This thought it would be the legendary pair. There's a chapter segment. The legendary pair. This is the best thing in my. This is the best day of my life. Why does your arm say Sholmes? But I don't believe an investigation of the cabin is going to be plain sailing. Why is Sholmes on his arm? The crewman standing in front of the door is an angry-looking fellow. Why are you loitering here? Who are you? My dear fellow, do you not recognize a world-famous great detective when you see one? What are you looking at, buddy? His eyes are up here. The questions really ought to be, who are you? Do we not... Chicken stroganoff. What the fuck is this name? Man, is he related to Biff Stroganoff? Do you not recognize world-traveling great sailor Chicken Stroganoff when you see? Great detective? I don't think so. Hi. Oh my god, Pink VHTV, thank you so much for following. Do you see the shit, Mikotoba? Sholies. That doesn't say Sholmes, it says Sholies. It's like, but I mean, this is Ace Attorney, everybody's gonna have a goofy name. But yeah, he was looking at Sholmesy's tits, and we even got him covered up now in this outfit. Do you see that, Mikotoba? It would appear that this man is a devoted follower of mine. Please let that be an actual tattoo. Is that a real tattoo? Goodness, is that a tattoo that says Sholmes? I must say, whilst such adoration is flattering naturally, it does leave me a little cold. What are you talking about? Leave now! Where's the brother Pork? Oh my god. How distressing. My loyal devotee knows me only by name and not by appearance. And yet, I already know a great deal about you, sir. You have a brother, I believe. Like yourself, he's a shipman. The eyes! Currently traveling the world aboard a Russian steamship, in fact. How could you know this? Bjork. Bjork, that's for pork. Bjork. Bjork Stroganoff. I'm getting a screenshot of this. This feels iconic. Elementary, my dear Mikotoba. I'm sure it was. 3 days ago, I was bound for London aboard the ship, you see. We're looking for one of my fellow passengers, a man by the name of Jigoku. There is no one with this name on board. Man, every line in this section is iconic. The tattoos did some particularly choppy C's. Well, we know that he purchased a ticket for passage. I need to roll out my shoulders, actually. One of my favorite lines for this entire game. Oh, I cannot wait. Ah, you mean Eastern Man. He left ship 2 hours ago. Oh, thank you for the stretch. I'll do a proper stretch now. Give me 1 second.
Give me 1 second, I'll do a proper stretch.
None of these people know that I was an undesirable child.
Alright. I stretched my legs. Cut up in a little autism ball in a stool mood. Yeah. Unshrimp yourselves, everybody.
Stretch out.
Here at the Dunkirk, he said something about the emergency, I think. What, are you sure? So Seishiro's realized that we're after him, has he? He did a bad thing. He knows, haha. He fled like a guilty man. His cabin is the one behind you. We should like to investigate, please. No, I have orders not to let even a mouse inside. Mikotoba, be a good man and draw this sailor's attention away, would you? Make excuses so that he leaves the area. Alright. Seduce him, Mikotoba. Doesn't great detectives see? But even sailors have ears, both left and right. Curses! The plan is ruined! That face, there's just that completely blank face. I love him. You've only yourself to blame, I'm afraid, Sholmes. Oh god, I need to read about... I'm sure there are fics about all of their, adventures together as Sholmes and Mikotoba. I need to read them when I'm done with this game. Forget it. Cabin door is locked. Ah, no! I'll take another stretchy for a minute. Has read every single fic in the tag. How can I make this obviously intentional accident as a ruse to distract this fool? Man. 209, there's 290 fics, 95 fics with of them on AO3. I will definitely need to check them out. I need to see them be silly together. Back? Alright. You made it your mission to read them all nice. Mikotoba. Are we still in ads? Can't do it yet? Yeah, I won't read yet. The sign something after you finish? Okay, thank you. I'm sure you haven't forgotten my special talent, have you? Opening any lock? Within a mere 5 seconds. So if you'd be so kind as to afford me the requisite time, old friend, in your typically accommodating manner. How can I refuse such a typically unappealing request, old friend? Aww. So I need to distract that burly sailor for 5 seconds. Good man! So, their game is afoot. Foot. Alright. We're inspecting everything. Door. Special talent. Yeah, what do you mean by that? Which special talent?
He said the game is afoot.
And you were laughing at me when I pointed out the existence of a foot earlier in stream. Van Zeek's put a foot on the witness stand. That's another first-class cabin, and yet its door is completely unguarded. Empty as well. I had a quick look inside earlier. Though I confess I didn't investigate the wardrobe. Oh, there may very well be a young Japanese fellow inside, perspiring merrily. If you're referring to Naruhodo, you know very well that he's currently perspiring merrily at court. God damn. Man. Does it not strike you though, Mikotoba? Why the man stands guard only in front of this cabin when both are apparently vacant? He's definitely hiding something. The activity is a hand. A foot is a foot. The only difference is a space. Sometimes a foot is equal to a foot. Yeah, the alarm. Google what is antonym for game. What? This would appear to be an alarm bell. You want me to ring the alarm? All hell would break loose if that thing were to ring. The whole crew would know about it. I'll hold off. I want to investigate everything before I do that. I think not. That would never work, surely. I need to concoct another I want to investigate everything before I do that, because I will be pulling that. I will be making like Kronk and pulling the lever. This must be a mousetrap. Can I just throw the mousetrap in his face? Perhaps I could distract the crewman's attention with this. Oh, I can. There's a lot of things. Set it off. Alrighty. I want to inspect everything here that I can. Door. Do the mousetrap, alarm do last. Okay. I want to inspect everything first. That's the way back to the deck, but we certainly can't give up on this now. Pipe? That's a speaking tube for members of the crew to communicate with one another around the ship. If I could just persuade our stocky sailor friend that he needed to use it, Sholmes could unlock the door while he was distracted. Question is how? Nothing there, okay. Put the trap on. Do the mouse trap and he just dances. He starts doing the Fortnite default dance. The switch for the electrical lights. Perhaps if I were to turn off the lights, the crewman wouldn't be able to see what we were doing. What do you mean? The map? Yeah, see what are we doing that he doesn't need to be seeing, aside from picking the lock. He's like a Neo Temple Guardian statue, this fellow, the way he's glaring at us so fiercely. Tell me, why are you standing guard here if the cabin is unoccupied? Because this area is only for first-class passengers. We must look out for suspicious criminals. He was looking straight at me when he said that. My dear fellow, as you can plainly see, we are quite unsuspicious as criminals go. Jesus Christ, man. But still criminals. No. For goodness sakes, Sholmes, tell the man we're neither suspicious nor criminals. Yes, quite right, Mikotoba. Curses! This seaman is far too able for his own good. How did he, like, survive on his own? Was Irish just, like, born being able to function as a human being? Because if Sholmes took her in as a baby, like, how did he survive on his own? You're back. He's being silly. You're back. Perpetual goofiness.
You should be grateful.
You should be grateful for my help, Sholmes. Alright, let's try the mousetrap. Let's see what happens if I do this. He's got silly plot armor. Choo-choo! That sounds like Big Mouse in Trap. Choo-choo! We'll bring bucket of water later and put out of misery. What? You're gonna drown him?
Hello, LGBTQ community.
What is going on? In any case, my dear fellow, that was quite unconvincing. Only Japanese mice make a chew sound. Oh, really, Sholmes? And pray tell, what sound do Russian mice make? Waterboard the rat! Pee-pee, naturally. Though also quite unconvincing, I readily admit. So go ahead, Mikotoba, do a pee-pee this time! Oh my god, okay. The lights or the alarm? You said do the alarm last, alright? Pichu! What happens if I do the lights? I'm making Mikotoba look like a fool here, but I need to see everything that happens. What is happening? That is light! Now, Sholmes, now! Nobody there. That was a close shave. Quite a knock you out there, stumbling so violently in an apparently empty corridor. Do be quiet, Sholmes. I shall think of another approach. Alright. Alarm. I love them. Sholmes' accomplice. His person, yeah. Typo in the video game? Wait, is there a typo in here? Alright. Ring the bell. Set it off. Oh, set if off? Wait, it says that? Set it. Where? Oh, last thing right at the bottom? Ah, I see. Set it off. If off. I see. Here it goes then. Pardon me in advance. Aw, he's such a gentleman. His name is Ding-a-ling! You, what are you doing? If we were at sea, that would be a very bad problem. What's going on down there, Seaman Stroganoff? Report at once. Sorry, sir, nothing to report. It was just stupid trick. No, not by me, by world famous. No, as I told you. Now, Sholmes, now. Done. Ken Ding-a-ling and Ben, yeah. Not even 5 seconds, eh? I'm getting a screenshot of this. But don't stand there gawping at my brilliance, Mikotoba. In we go! Oh, yes. 2 bros in a bedroom. You know, you can't even manage a minute and not even 5 seconds. Wow. I'm beginning to get the impression that there are homosexuals in this game. Just a hankering. Good gracious. They need to work on their they do, yeah. Man. It should appear that the occupant of this cabin did indeed disembark rather hurriedly. Oh, Jesus. These clothes on the floor there, they're Seishiro's without question. It's been 10 years, yeah, they have been in a 10-year drought. Yes, by about, oopsies, my bad. It seems we're just a little too late. Yes, by about 2 hours. Jigoku's gotta be the professor, huh? Less stamina. Still, whilst we're here, we should investigate thoroughly. There may well be 2 hours worth of clues to find in here. But that burly crewman may return at any moment, Sholmes. Indeed he may. Which makes this all the more thrilling! Oh! Come on, you can... Music! You can go punchy on him, do your little dance punches if he comes back in, right? You could take him. In a fight, I mean. Alright, let's inspect everything. According to the report I was given, Naruhodo was concealing himself in Asogi's... Oh, yeah. Go in there, Mikotoba. In a fight, yeah. Indeed he was, and it was of a similar size to this one. Ah, you must climb. Yes, there it is. You must climb inside yourself, my dear fellow. What? Whatever for? It was the site of my first fateful meeting with Mr. Naruhodo. You can experience the moment for yourself now, complete with my dramatic rhetoric. Come along now, in you go. Oh my god, Sholmes, don't put him back in the closet. Really, Sholmes, surely you just can't tell me what you said. Come on, he needs to be dramatic about it. Well, I uttered some brilliant remark and opened the wardrobe to reveal the stowaway murderer. I think I'll just read about it in the Adventures of Herlock Sholmes. Aw, I'm sure he reads those stories, right? I mean, obviously he knows Susato reads them. Do you think he reads them himself? He'll be joining. Stop, Vice. There's a speaking tube here. Look, though it's been stoppered with some cloth. He reads them. Aww. He does. I love that. How do you think Susato got them? He introduced her to them, maybe? Oh. So the voices of the crewmen on the bridge aren't any annoyance, I suppose. Or indeed so that the voices in this cabin aren't heard elsewhere. Could something have happened in here that was for no one else's ears, do you think? Something naughty, perhaps? Are we about to do something naughty that no one else should hear? He told Iris that he's a fan. Oh yeah, he did. Either that or It could be, to prevent snakes from entering. Mm-hmm. That's really become a favorite case of yours, hasn't it? Aww. Ice. He's just inviting his friend to join him. Yeah, in the closet. Quite the exquisite glass, I must say. See here how it melt. Is something wrong, Shams? You suddenly trailed off. Ice, Mikatoba, ice! What opulence the first-class passengers enjoy! Chilled drinks! But if there's still ice in here, that means somebody had to have been in here pretty recently, right? Unless the ice somehow survived over this. I'm gonna do something naughty. Yeah, we're gonna post memes in general! I wonder if she got into them by herself and then she tells her dad about these new detective stories she's reading. Is like, oh yeah! I think that would be funny too, yeah. I think that would be funnier, yeah. Pardon? Could it be that this steamship is equipped with an electric river? Do they have a fridge big enough to hold a body? Mayhap? It is a luxury liner after all. They have enormous refrigerators for storing all sorts of lavish produce as well as ice. And, dead inspectors too. Time for the line of all time? I'm scared. On our voyage from Japan, we enjoy culinary delights from all over the world. Certainly, Mikatoba.
Hello, LGBTQ community.
What does he mean by that? Adding that to the screenshot collection. What does he mean by that? What? What does bro mean? There's a the hallelujah chorus in my head goes to the old man Yahweh, like old man Yahweh, old man Yahweh, old man Yahweh, old man Yahweh, old man Yahweh. There are only two interpretations because it's either say Gex or cannibalism. You're right. I'm gonna throw up. Literally, what is the interpretation? I think it means that you look like a Wendy's bacon. What if it's both? You know, say Gex and cannibalism. I think that's what they call vor. Anyways, are you saying that you feel thirsty looking at him? I haven't taken on the flavor of the food I ate, you know. Don't even get my presentation about how cannibalism is kissed. Oh no. Oh no. Russian words. These are the rules of passage. I'm now sitting in my chair like L from Death Note because passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also okay, same rules as case 2. Additionally, there are severe punishments for stowing away. Well, that's a new one. That is an addendum. I feel the rules have increased since I last read them. Probably just my imagination. What about the fact that they're not straight? Another thing that's not straight. There are 3 not straight things in this room. It's always gay in this essay. I mean, it is a Homo sapien consuming another Homo sapien, so it's homo on homo action, you know? Does that strike you as odd? You may be right. I may be crazy, my dear fellow. Probably just your imagination, though. A trifle. And you know what I always say, Mikotoba? There is nothing important about trifles. I'm calling them It's probably just my imagination, but I think that might be slightly off. Trash. This is a waste paper basket, look, and there's still rubbish inside. Indeed. Then let us pry. I imagine him just doing this. Let us pry. I've discovered recently I have a penchant for exploring the contents of others' waste paper baskets. I sincerely hope only for your work. It's a trash. No, don't put yourself down like that. Yes, he does the, ooh, don't mind if I do. I can picture Mikotoba doing that as well. Here we have a notice issued to passengers from 3 days ago. 3 days ago? The night before we arrived in London, then. Well, I was still aboard myself. Evacuation drill? Following departure from the... Oops! I didn't finish reading it! I didn't get to finish reading that! Okay, all first-class passengers were constantly under the watchful eye of the crew. So it was a welcome relief to have some privacy for once.
No, don't put yourself down like that, Vice. Don't do that.
Okay, found in the trash.
Alright, found in the trash.
We'll look at it closer later. Clothes. Please tell Mikotoba to put on the clothes. Please tell him to put on the clothes. That's a substantial heap of clothes on the floor. An overcoat, shirts, a dressing gown. Momohiki work trousers, a Tanzan robe, a Haramaki waistband. Clearly the clothing of a Japanese man. They don't let you read it. Yeah. Yeah, it's in there. And clearly Japanese men are unaccustomed to the culture of the wardrobe. It looks to me as if they've been thrown in a heap like that is in something of a hurry. Indeed, you could help yourself to a Japanese man's shirt, perhaps? I'm sure you made mention of packing too few. I'd very likely drown in one of Seishiro's shirts. No, I'll just buy any extras I need, thanks. Can we share clothes? Do they share clothes? Although, Mikotoba has a dad bod, and Sholmes doesn't really have a dad bod per se. Oh, yeah, put on the maid outfit, Mikotoba, please. Plenty of reading material to keep passengers occupied on the long sea voyages. I found the mixture of classic literature and easy reading to be most satisfactory, I must say. Whoever stocked this bookcase was a hopeless heretic. There's no copy of the Adventure of Herlock Sholmes, my dear fellows. I'm afraid it's just me. He's speaking to the audience. More blasphemous than overlooking the Bible. So true, Mikotoba. Yujin wearing Chigoku's clothes. Yes! You know what? He's so based for that. Maid Kotoba! I shall leave a copy behind. I just happen to have one with me. You're a true missionary of the Church of Great Detectives, aren't you? I would join the Church of Great Detectives. I'd go back to religion for that.
Ooh, a trunk.
That's a very sizable trunk indeed. Seishiro is partial to all things. Another screenshot for no reason. And a rather clumsy fellow. He failed to notice he left that behind. Man. Oh yeah, and what if Sholmes was just not just about himself, but like also furthering Iris's writing career? Seishiro was partial to all things large. Jesus Christ. This is too much. This is too much. Perhaps he left it on purpose. It's lighter than you might. Are these like two-toed socks? How do these socks work? Or is that like space for the big toe and then the little toes? Because that is a big toe. It's lighter than you might think, but still a hindrance to a speedy escape. 50 days is a long voyage. I mean, there are some large men, there are some large sailors on the ship. You put your toes. Okay, see, toes. Now, are we back to the toes and feet discussion? Pity it's locked, so we can't look at. You can pick the lock though. Surely 5 seconds from now, the situation will be quite different though. Okay, they're Tabi. Ah, I see. I see. Sadly not. It has a 7-digit combination lock. And I'm not in a morose enough mood to work through all the combinations at present. Oh, this was most definitely... What's on the wall there? This was moved from there to there. Wall's a slightly different color just here, do you see? Indeed. What you have observed arises when a frame that has been hanging for some time is removed. Take him longer to crack the lock than to crack his ass. Perhaps your friend is an art thief. Now there's a bold deduction worthy of a great detective, I'm sure. He may very well be the elusive thief who has been plaguing France's galleries of late. A phantom thief! A great target for a great detective? I think perhaps we should focus our attentions elsewhere, Sholmes, don't you? That outline on the wall. Feels like I might have spotted something of a similar shape and size. Ah! Uh-oh. You are still here! Are you homophobic, chicken? Are you Chick-fil-A because you're a homophobic chicken? I can't help laughing at my own jokes sometimes, sorry. Ah, Able Seaman Stroganoff. Hello again. Oh, is that Arsène Lupin? Arsène Lupin! I was beginning to think you'd never materialize. You are waiting for me? Of course! I was expecting you to burst in with a hearty Russian profanity far sooner. I was in trouble with Captain because of trick you played before. Sherlock Holmes, is it? Yes, it is. It's also a southern reference to me. Poor innocent chicken. It is all their fault. Ship is leaving port soon. Get off! I mean... These two can surely get off, if you know what I'm... I don't know how to phrase that. Of course, we shall disembark presently, my dear fellow, but first, there's something that... Is it deduction time? Is it deduction time? Why, naturally. Sholmes Mikotoba dance of deductions. The debunking of your deceit and the bearing of the truth. Kakyoin! Kakyoin! He got his eyes! Look at his eyes! God, the build up to that was too good. I'm afraid I see through your lies. For one thing, Mr. Jigoku has not yet left this vessel at all. Oh, he's 100% the professor. And for another, my dear Seaman Stroganoff. You know exactly where the man is, even as we speak, don't you? He's not in the wardrobe, is he? If he is in the fucking wardrobe. Or if he's in the case. He's either in the... If he's in the wardrobe or the suitcase, I'm gonna scream. Is this new song? Prelude to Pursuit? Good gracious, Sholmes, you mean you've worked it out, all of it? I mean, you gotta be there to fix his mistakes. It's really been too long, hasn't it, old friend? 10 years, no less. Alright, another one for the counter. It has been, old friend. This isn't new? We had it at the end of the last couple cases. Oh yeah, I think we did. So, would you care to me for a dance of my inimitable logic and reasoning? A dance? Another screenshot. I love Old Man Yowie. Nothing would please me more. Let's fucking go! Oh, what is this? We have but minutes until the vessel puts to sea. No games now. Ah! And it has their song! And their song! Yeah! This is the best day of my life. This you're so right. This is the best part of the entire game. You all are so right. Absolute best part of the whole game. Partners, the game is afoot! Mr. Stroganov, allow me to remind you of your earlier claim. You told us that Jigoku left the ship some 2 hours ago. Ah, that is what I said. Sadly, that was a rather clumsy lie. You see, there's something in this room that quite clearly contradicts it. What? The gay is afoot! Ah, yes, of course. Oh, he looks so good. God, he looks so good like this. Look at him. I see you've noticed it too, Mikatoba. Then please do take the lead. Oh my god, he looks like the Fire Nation silhouette. Like, he looks like Fire Lord Ozai in that silhouette. I need him so bad, yeah. Oh my god, he doesn't even do the, no corrections or anything. They just do this together the whole time, the whole way through? Are we gonna get a prequel game? I need the prequel game of these two. Please, Capcom, for the love of God. Forget Ace Attorney 7. I need the prequel game of Sholmes and Mikotoba. They're 6 years doing this all together. I need this so badly. Oh my god. Let's see what the last 3 years have done to your observational skills then, Mikotoba. It's been 10 years since we last did this, Sholmes, not 3. Alright, another one for the counter. Aw, 10 years. Aw. This one is an 8-4 because... Neria. Neria. Don't tell me that! I'm going to explode! I am going to explode. It was in 7-4 and this is an 8-4? I'm going to explode. I love music theory. We can make it about yes. Music theory is so yaoiful indeed. There's whole videos about this, right? The arrangement. Oh yeah, this is the full arrangement, right? The one that doesn't loop? Yeah, it might be pretty dangerous for me to listen to the whole thing. Oh my god. I'll go crazy. Oh yes, please talk music theory. I love music theory and themes and everything, yes. Make my own video, yes! Why, of course it has, quite. But it's gonna be like we'll pick up where we left off, like we were never gone, you know? Now, all the clothes are here in this cabin for your eyes to see. But as I always say, you must not merely look, but observe. Observe, and the answers become clear. So, impress me! I think I can manage that. Can I not, like, click for more information? Oh god, I can't? Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't click and get more information. Oh, Jesus. Only presenting. I'm gonna make a fool of himself. I'm going to make it... Okay, do I, like... If I make a mistake, am I, like, done? I mean, probably the fact that his trunk is still here, you know?
Take that!
Take that! Shit. No! I tried my best! No games now were my words, were they not? Come, Sholmes, where's the fun in life without a little fooling around? Screeny. Screeny. quite right you are. That was a close shave. Better rethink that before I'm the fool here. So it's not the fact that his suitcase is still here. That was a lie, wasn't it? Of course it was, and I had hoped you would be quicker to point out why. Otherwise, the evidence itself may melt away. The ice! The fucking ice, yeah. Because that makes sense. Something was poured there recently. That makes more sense, yeah. Glass containing ice. That makes sense. Bros attack dancer! I don't know if I can play any more of this because I might actually die. I don't know. Perhaps you should have cleared away that glass. How curious that the ice shouldn't have melted despite it being abandoned 2 hours ago. It would appear that the man was here in this very cabin until moments before our arrival. With this well-chilled glass in hand. Get to mind off the refreshments, Sholmes. Because you know what the sight of me does to you, huh? One might even conclude that somebody informed him of our boarding. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Stroganoff? But why would Seishiro run from us? Before we consider that question, allow me to confirm one small matter. Would I be correct in saying these first-class cabins on the SS Grouse are the same ones in which you and Mr. Jigoku were accommodated on your voyage from Japan? That's right, they are. I was in the cabin next door, and Seishiro was, yes, 50 days in this very cabin during our voyage, as I suspected, for you see, there were traces in this cabin of a dark secret that Mr. Jigoku had to hide. What traces? Oh god, his cheekbones are... I know nothing about this. Ah, this is news to you, is it, Mr. Stroganoff? Sholmes, what exactly are you getting at? As I said, there are traces in this cabin of some nefarious activity. Something that appears out of place, which I'm quite sure won't have escaped your notice. That's the key to this, Mikotoba. The remnants of the dark deed that took place in here are being masked by something quite incongruous. He killed Gregson in this room, and that must be covering a bloodstain or something. I must say, I didn't foresee you ever doing this dance of deduction with you again, Mikoto. Thank you for the clip. Man. No, quite. But life is full of unexpected twists and turns, as we well know. Now, let's see if I can't uncover the truth here. Yes, you have the floor, my dear fellow. Alright, would it be the blank spit, the mark on the wall, or the rules? I'm guessing... the...
Take that!
Shit! I don't know whether it be the sign or the I'm really making Mikotoba look like such a fucking fool. I'm a little ashamed of myself. Okay. Dear God, Mikotoba, open your eyes! So it's the rules.
Take that!
Ah, so it's the thing that it was covering. My bad. He's a little rusty. God. If Susato was here, I think she would just explode. And you know what? I get it. I want him to. It's the rules of passage in this frame here. They're obviously out of place. The way they're hanging crooked on the wall, as if they were put there in a hurry. Yes, as I'm sure you've already concluded. That frame was originally over here, The shape and size are a perfect match. Ah, you are right. When did Frey move? Hardly the most observant of crewmen, are you, Mr. Stroganoff? I would think your captor's quite justified in having his reservations about your reliability. Rawr! Oh dear, that really seemed to touch a nerve. So, Mikatoba, why don't you lift that frame off the wall? Is there a that looks like a bullet hole. What? Who has been shooting walls? Seishiro, apparently. I say the projectile has been removed. Clearly, the careful occupant of this room has already disposed of it. Abcon gave us a bear and dash. You sit here, you're fucking weird. I'm gonna choke. Now then, Mr. Stroganoff. I have the distinct impression that you're attempting to shield said occupant. Don't know what you are talking about. Why would I try to protect Eastern Stranger? Ah, so we're talking about the same man, I see. Good. I'm sure we can get to the bottom of this in no time, aren't you? Because there's some very noteworthy evidence that explains why you're lying for the man. Yes, you've been told to keep up this pretense, as clearly shown by... I don't know how to approach this one, Sholmes. I'm gonna save just in case. Herlock is 6 feet tall. God damn! And then that guy too, yeah. Ah, my dear Mikatoba, simply keep first principles in mind. Study a subject from every angle. I'm quite sure you'll see it. In fact, I'd put a wager on it. Some to glare at the fellow from all sides. Well, I can certainly do that. Yes, I will look at this man. I can look at another man. Bro was bribed.
Take that!
His silence was bought. I want him. Who said that? Yeah, Sholmes told me to look at every angle of another man. It's almost too obvious for words. Sholmes literally told me to look at his ass. As an ex-tappers, yes, I miss tap dancing. I love tap dancing so much. I miss it. Yes, he's obviously not the jealous type. True. His ass is so unfortunate, yeah. Why is it kind of flat? But yes, the universal language of the world, money. Money is stored in the butt cheek pocket. Ah! Flattest ass in the land. And I'd wager the Eastern fellow in question is Seishiro Jigoku, yes? Yeah! So, I presume you realize what this means? There are clear signs that a crime has been committed in this cabin. And the way you're going, sir, you'll find yourself accused of being an accomplice. But I believe you know Mr. Stroganoff. You know where Mr. Jigoku's hiding at this precise moment in time. Where are you looking, buddy? The obvious answer is a suitcase, but... As always, Mikatoba, in matters of detection, the furtive glance is your unfaltering ally. Yes, I think you're onto something there, Sholmes. You found the chink in this burly man's armor. We need only follow the man's gaze to know where our prey is hiding. They're going in for the kill. Oh, you slapped chicken strobing on the ass. It sounds like taking a screenshot. What about through your butt? The slightest flicker of the pupils, a minutely delayed blink. Nothing escapes my attention, even that which is barely perceptible. You could hardly call this barely perceptible, Sholmes. The man's turned his entire head. It's not exactly what you describe as a furtive glance, is it? It's almost too obvious. We shall let your tapping toes decide, my dear fellow. I mean, he's looking at this suitcase. That's the obvious answer, yeah.
Take that!
Man, the little shuffles. God, You turned immediately to look at this large trunk, didn't you? The truth is, Seishiro Jigoku was unable to escape from the ship in time, and is, at this very moment, doing his best to stifle his breath inside this trunk. Bro is gonna suffocate in there. If he still has a breath to take, I fear he may be running dangerously low on air. Yes, he just stays like this? Alright, Michael Jackson. God, I need him. I actually didn't count on us making a nuisance of ourselves for quite so long. I think it would be in everyone's best interests for us to open the trunk as quickly as possible. He is slaying! But how can we? Are you forgetting about the combination lock? We don't know the 7-digit code. Live Jigoku reaction. I need to make that one. The one for the next stream will be live Jigoku reaction. It'll just be the picture of the suitcase. The combination lock can't be opened from this inside the trunk. Therefore, he must have been arranging... The code is on his arm. It's upside down. The numbers are on his arm. In short, before Jigoku hit himself in that trunk, he must have told somebody the 7-digit number for the lock. And I'm sure you can confirm, Mr. Stroganoff. 5231045. I know nothing about combination code. You're showing it to me right now, bestie. Don't move a muscle, my good seaman. Huh? This is your phone passcode? That's amazing. I love that. It's 11037. No, though it's even worse than that. It's I am share locked. Would you do the honors and open the trunk? 5231045. How on earth do you expect me? It's a 7-digit number, remember? Quickly now, we have little time. I made this puzzle in a D&D game. I love that so much. The modern share locked. Okay. It's 5231045. 52315 2 3 1 0 4 5. That is it, right? 5231045, I believe. 5231045. Yes.
Take that!
There we go. I did it! It's open! You had to meddle, didn't you? Scooby Squad! Scooby Gang. It's not Scooby Squad, it's Scooby Gang, right? Well, Eugene, you found me now. Man in box number 3. So that's, we had, Ryunosuke. Who was the second one? I know we just met the second one. I can't remember who it was. But then we got him. Hey, girl. Enoch! Yes, Enoch! Man. Look at him all curled up like that. His legs are numb, yeah. Look what the Banoya dragged in. Seishiro. I was really hoping beyond hope not to find you here, you know. But you're not entirely unsurprised, I take it. No, quite. I just wish it were some other way. Well, are you ever going to introduce me? Ah, your reputation precedes you, Mr. Sholmes. I've read stories of your many exploits. He had to slay. Why did he put his hat on together? He had to slay, yeah. They did this Supermodel with the hat on in the trunk, yeah. Yeah. He's just silly like that. Excuse my manners, Sholmes. This is Mr. Jigoku, my old friend and traveling companion. The devil is in the details, Mikotova. I believe you meant to say your old friend and traveling companion, who made the cowardly decision to flee the country without a word to anyone when things turned sour. I see my reputation precedes me as well. What an honor. Well, Seishiro, are you going to explain all this? You know it all by now, I imagine. What you didn't know, of course, is that 3 days ago, on the night before our arrival in Britain, an attempt was made on my life here in this very ship. By the Reaper of the Bailey? Yes, I've since heard. Because you were once prosecuted by the Reaper, weren't you? 10 years ago now, mind you. Alright, there's another one. And I had no idea at the time what a dangerous individual he was. Anyway, when we arrived in London to find the symposium was postponed until goodness knows when, it became all too apparent to me that I might very well be targeted again. So, you decided to flee the capital without saying a word to me about it? I'm afraid so, yes. Of course, I realize now that I really ought to have confided in you. Somewhat surprising, I must say. What is? Well, first-class cabins aboard luxury steamships are in very short supply. It's more than a little hard to believe that this one just happened to be available. What's special about this location? So says the protagonist of some colourful short stories. Well, I don't care for your opinion. The cabin did just happen to be available, so I purchased a ticket, and here I am, bitch. I've just seen for myself the obvious remnants of that incident in this cabin. So you'd already purchased your return ticket before we even docked in Dover, had you? To prevent anyone else taking this cabin and seeing the evidence. Is that it? Eugene, I have nothing to say to you. Oh my god! Well, in a mere 5 minutes, this ship will set off on its onward voyage and not make port again until Italy. I'm afraid we must insist that you disembark with us at once. You will have no jurisdiction over my movements. Genshin is gonna make me cry. Same here. Same as in Genshin Asogi. We have this, Seishiro. Take it. What is it? It's a subpoena from the Old Bailey. Genshin is going to make me cry. Stop! Man. You're a man of the law. You know what the ramifications of ignoring a document like this from the British courts would be. And an innocent man, a normal man, innocent man, is going to be charged with your life. Oh my god, that's a new face. That scared me. You came prepared then, Eugene. Insert Dr. Phil handing L. Stop, he does kind of look like Dr. Phil in terms of like facial hair structure. Come on, let's go. One moment. How do we get the subpoena here in time? How do we get it here? Did Benui hand it to Bear somehow? He is very intimidating. He had it ready to go. Ooh! Inside Mr. Jigoku's trunk, I found this rather fascinating trinket. Menacingly stroking his beard. What is that? Seishiro? I can't help you, I'm afraid. Some small component from something. But what? I have no idea. By the look on his face, I think he genuinely doesn't know. They figured everything out. They did. Yeah, you're right, you're right. I hear Eugene! That's his white boy name. Well, let us pocket it as a small souvenir of our brief sojourn in France. Well, young Naruhodo, I think we've done as much as we can, I'm afraid. The rest will be on the shoulders of you and your assistant, who is your daughter. She's your assistant and your daughter. Goddamn. Eugene Cosma can't say her name for some reason. Okay, about how much time do I have left in this game? I'm wondering if there's like only like an hour or so left. I don't know how much time is left. Because I get the feeling if I could finish this tomorrow. Ryunosuke and Judicial Assistant Mikotoba. Well, he's not Ace Attorney Ryunosuke. He's not Defense Attorney Ryunosuke. But There's only a little bit until the next to be continued. Okay, we'll play up to that then. Kazuma Sogi. A good bit in the rest of the game? I know you, and I know you wouldn't lie, but still, there's no doubt that you're holding something back. You know more than you're saying. I have quite a bit— oh, Jesus Christ.
During the past 30 minutes while the court was adjourned, all possible efforts were expended. But sadly, Mr. Jigoku's whereabouts could not be ascertained.
You must accept the unfortunate conclusion that the Reaper has already done the deed. Then later, Kazuma and I are gonna do the deed. What? There's no sense in wasting any more of the court's time. The prosecution calls for an immediate verdict. There's like 2 more trial segments and then the hour of endgame dialogue? Okay. Then if it's reading, it'll take longer. Okay. No, the trial cannot end now. You are a Japanese man, Ryunosuke. You should know when to lay down your sword. And it's not time, buddy. And you should know never to presume when the battle is won. Oh! Verbal sparring, we love it. The court has already been presented with all the evidence and heard all the relevant testimony. And there can only be one conclusion. That the accused is guilty. All relevant testimony? Far from it. There's still a crucial witness, from whom the court has yet to hear a single word of testimony.
In that case, call your witness to the stand at once, counsel.
As I start speaking in Japanese, they should. That would be really funny. That would be really funny. Tomorrow, if possible. Oh my god, we have another day to go.
The witness is already on his way and scheduled to arrive tomorrow.
Who on earth is this crucial witness? Seishiro Jigoku. The very man allegedly murdered by the Reaper. Judge Jigoku, you found him?
But the investigations of every policing resource in the capital suggest that Jigoku is already dead. How in the name of God did you find the man?
With the power of old man Yaoi. He was located in France during the recess, at the port of Dunkirk. Thanks to one of Mr. Herlock Sholmes' famous deductions.
Herlock Sholmes?
I love his damage phrase, just like
Herlock Sholmes.
Inspector Gregson almost certainly met with Mr. Jigoku on the night. Old man Yaoi can fix anything, for sure. Because along with Prosecutor Asogi, Gregson was on a mission to assassinate the man. Another life saved by girl-on-girl action! Yay! Which means that Seishiro Jigoku is the sole witness who can clarify exactly what happened aboard the SS Grouse on the 31st October. Wait, is that a house quote?
Well, it would appear that it's too soon to move to adjudication at this point.
I hope Santa's okay. I hope he isn't dead. The prosecution concurs. The court must hear Mr. Jigoku's testimony. No judgment shall be passed until all testimony has been considered.
In that case, I hereby call the end of today's proceedings. Court will reconvene at the same hour tomorrow.
That's from House. Nice.
No objections from either side?
No, my lord. No objections, my lord. We live to fight another day. By the skin of our teeth. You're doing the partner. Thank you so much. Oh my god. You need to listen to it. We'll start next stream listening to it, I think. Because I have some things that I do need to— it is a bit late, but I do have some things that I need to work on. Now that my voice is all nice and warmed up from stream, I have some voiceover class things I want to continue Zoe than you remember. Okay. I'm probably gonna go record some things now. Alrighty. Alright. We'll listen tomorrow for sure. That was the best— this is the best stream yet. That was one of the best things I've ever experienced in a video game ever. Probably right up there with the Joker Crow Showtime. I need to— I will have to make a live Jigoku reaction now when it's just the suitcase. Oh my god. Truly peak. Oh my god. I don't even know what to say to that. That was the best deduction of my life. I loved that so much. Every minute of that was wonderful. And then the sight of you was making my mouth water. That was just... How else are we supposed to interpret that? Yeah. It should be him curled up. Oh my god, yes! It needs to be him curled up in the suitcase, yeah! That would be amazing. Oh my god. You think I won't be able to get you off, or is this the side of you is... True. I mean, the first one is also technically a legal term, so, like, there is another interpretation of it. But as you said, the only possible interpretations are say, gex, and cannibalism. So, yeah. But anyways, thank you all so much for being here. Is there anybody that we might want to raid? Let's see if is there anybody that we can raid that's live tonight. I do not know. Let's see. Let us see. God, this is truly probably one of the best gaming moments I've experienced all year. This, yes, between this and Joker Crow Showtime. I think they're like right up with each other. This was like another version of Joker Crow Showtime if they were investigative buddies, you know? Let's raid Nora again. Looks like they are playing some Genshin. Looks like they're playing Farina's quest, Farina's personal quest. God, I kind of miss Genshin. It looks really good. But anyways, I'll send you over to them. Thanks again for being here. And I hope you have a great rest of your day or night. And we'll be back with more insanity tomorrow.
And again, that's all. Thank you all. Bye bye.